Welcome, Tabletop Troops. This is our first time playing live on Twitch. Super excited. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna run through a few encounters in Spelljammer. Have a cool little space adventure. And if you're watching this at a later date, because I know there's none of you around right at the moment, follow us. Go to YouTube. Go to the Tabletop Troops channel. Subscribe and watch those videos because it's some good stuff. My voice is coming through your guys' mic. A bit, maybe. I just won't shout as loud, maybe. So, the adventure begins. Alright. The adventure begins. You guys are given a mission on the Rock of Brawl. Your ship is stocked full of these contraband, it's like contraband, things that you're not supposed to be traveling across the galaxy. You're not exactly sure what it is that you're carrying. All you know is that All you know is that you're not supposed to have it, and that if you get it there, you'll get paid the big bucks. So your mission is to bring this this package that they've set you up with to a completely different galaxy. You'll have to exit this crystal sphere, go through the astral sea, formerly known as the phlogiston, but they've changed it since 5e started. You'll go through the astral plane and then arrive at another crystal sphere. You'll enter, and then your mission is to bring the package to O-Earth, which is the main system in the gray space is what it's called. So that's what the other crystal sphere is called. While you're in realm space right now, the place where the Forgotten Realms and all that stuff is. But there's other planets along here too. And you guys are on the Rock of Brawl, which is like an asteroid that's flying around the far reaches of the system. And it's like cultivated, and it was turned into like a city that this pirate space captain has taken control of, and he's like he's running the place. He kind of gives people their jobs. He's the one who's really getting his pockets lined by all the pirating and transactions that go on throughout the entirety of the universe. So you guys are all packed up and ready to go, unless there's anybody. This is like a big city, so like anything that you think may need or want. You can each also have. You can each roll a D100 actually, and that's how many gold you have.
Oh, this could go either way.
First roll of the campaign. Go.
86.
Nice. Just write it down onto your paper. Tell the audience what you got.
Oh, 25.
Nice.
Oh, the big box is gonna be needed.
Still just messing with the audio here.
I got 5 souls.
Last time I brought from home.
I think
That's one of the ones that I gave you, actually.
That's the only reason I brought it up.
I think that should be good.
You need to get some liquor on the ship, don't you?
There's lots of places to buy liquor at, but 5 gold isn't gonna get you much.
Well,
Who's chipping in for our rum supply?
yeah, who's chipping in?
I rolled pretty bad too.
You get 86.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
So you say to us.
Under my
That's true,
monkey
that-
flaps.
That's fair. You guys don't know how much you each have, probably.
I'm gonna spend my time just making sure the ship is up to snuff.
Yep.
For
Um, Do a Arcana check.
Got an 18.
Hmm.
Giving my expertise in it.
You notice that there's something wrong with the hyperdrive.
Oh no. Would I know how to fix that, or is it something that can't be fixed at this time?
It could be fixed at this time, but it'll take you some time, or if you want to get out of here quickly, then it will require another Arcana check.
Yeah, I'll probably try another Arcana check then to try to fix it up. Quick as I can. We probably want to go. 16.
Oh, what are the DCs on that page that I gave you, Cam? It's
16
you're at
success.
under 100. Under 100. There is one that's an auto success.
What? Oh, DC's here. Less than 100 is 10 DC.
Like,
Less than 75 is 15 DC.
Also, it's harder to repair the ship as it gets damaged.
hello, hello. Alright, I think I got my
succeeded.
volume. So, what did you say?
Just success.
Just a 10. Yeah, I think it's just.
Yeah, it's 10.
So you get the hyperdrive up and going again. And what are you doing, Lauren? Are you going to like the liquor store?
Yeah, I'm going to like the liquor store. I'm gonna go haggle somebody.
Yeah, so like,
I'll follow her.
I mean, like, it would be similar to like a you'd be going to a tavern
Oh, yeah.
trying to buy a bottle off their shelf.
Oh yeah.
This isn't our first time traveling together, is it?
No. You've all had different amounts of time on the ship with this crew specifically.
So, what HP is the ship at right now?
90.
As I start banging around and fixing the hyperdrive, I kind of give the ship a nice little rub here and there to make sure everything's going good, and I say a quick little prayer for a safe journey. And I'm Kraken. Is that what you're going with? Kraken?
Cracking, yeah.
So I'm gonna like Kraken, be easy on her. Like your body's getting old, you know. Like you can't take too many more rough trips. I can't always be here to fix you, you know.
Cam, you feel comforted.
Thanks. I mean, like, really taking care of me real good.
Look after you, buddy.
Is that... My voice is gonna always be coming a little bit through your guys' mic, it seems.
You want us to try and move the mic further away from us?
No. No, maybe turn it towards Levi.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Really, just give her what for.
I'll speak loud enough anyways. Alright, so you go to this tavern and it's full of just rowdy pirates. Like, people don't care here. Like, there's fights breaking out, people throwing bottles, smashing stuff. It's just complete chaos in this bar, and what do you do?
Go up to the bartender, say I need a bottle of rum for my
Yo
travels.
ho ho.
Where are you guys heading off to this time? This female, she's like she's an elf. You would know her, one of the astral elves. Of that type. So she spends a lot of her time in the astral plane, but works here part time.
I'm gonna say,
Where are you heading off to?
yeah, just just out and about, having a good time, living life. I don't really feel like shit.
Right. Well, you've been coming here since you were just a little hippo pup, so I can give you a pretty good deal. Let's what are you looking for? Like top shelf, just stuff to get you there?
Just stuff to get me there. I'm not looking for anything fancy. We're not too picky.
Right. So I can give you a bottle for 5 gold. 5 silver, sorry. 5 silver.
Silver? Okay, yeah.
That's half a gold.
Yeah, I'll take 5.
5. So that would be 2.5 gold. Yep.
As that's going on, I kind of want to see.
She heads out back to grab a case rather than grabbing something off the shelf since you want a buttload. Would you say,
I kind
Levon?
of want to nab some of the bottom shelf stuff from.
Do a sleight of hand check.
Good.
Already.
Yeah. The 5 silver is a little rich for my blood.
No reference.
13.
You're able to time it so that when she goes back, while she's back in the warehouse for like such a short amount of time, she just barely leaves, but you time it just right so that she didn't notice you. You get a bottle of bottom shelf liquor.
They steal it with his foot
I mean, that's up to
on
him.
the bottom shelf, right?
Maybe he's small. Are you small or medium, Levon?
Medium.
What are you doing at this moment, Cam?
I'm just
Getting caressed.
yeah, getting caressed by Kyle, and I'm just gonna sit there and like watch him work on me, make sure he doesn't, just make sure they knows what he's doing. Just like kind of look over his shoulder and it's like, just watch that part right there. That's a sensitive part.
I
Like,
definitely whack that with my hand. I know what I'm doing. Not my first rodeo.
So you guys get back after not too long, probably like 10, 15 minutes if you were heading right back with the goods.
Yeah, I'm
Sounds
just gonna
good.
head back now.
Heading right back with the goods.
Yep.
So you're all back at the Spelljammer. Also, Camden, a little tidbit for you is it takes an action to attune to your spelljamming helm. So like you're sort of like plugging yourself in to your ship, which it takes an action to do, and then an action to undo. And while you're like attuned to the helm, you can't cast any leveled spells. You can still use cantrips.
like while I'm sitting in my seat, I'm like not unconscious while
Mhm. Yeah. And also while you're hooked into your ship, you have like intercoms throughout the ship at each of the stations. Levon goes and takes his station up in the crow's nest. Lauren takes her station on her detachable laser turret. Kyle takes his station down in the underbelly of the ship where he's working on all the engines and the light speed engine. And you sit down in your helm, which is, I have you guys here, like right over here. That's your ship. It's a pretty small ship. And then that's Cam in the back. Kyle I have laying down because he's underneath because he's underneath. Lauren is the fancy looking person there, and then Levon is the guy in the front. Good stuff.
You gotta
Um,
pronounce your name, Levi. Is it
Nosterna.
almost like nah? I call you like nah.
No,
Like,
Sterna.
that's sweet. There's no way I'm gonna remember your whole name.
No.
What's up,
No.
No. No, we're down.
So, as you guys exit you get your ship running, you attune to your helm, everybody goes to their stations, you all maybe verify, like, ready to launch, everybody ready?
Lasers ready.
These are,
Engines ready.
and just as you get the engine booted up and going, 3 of these space galleons show up, and they kind of have like a formation on you. I'm gonna come over.
Ooh.
Take battle formation.
No, not battle formations.
And anybody can do a history check. Well,
A little good at those. But
I
I'll
would
let someone
say I would let someone -1.
Oh, +1.
I'll try it. Got a 2.
2's not 12.
Not.
Is this a Historical battlefield.
Might be connected to their
History?
like the GIF might have like certain attack formations and stuff.
As well as like emblems on the ship.
Maybe I shouldn't have done it anyway because I'm in the forge room with the engines. I don't know if I have visual outside the ship from
It
here.
was very fitting.
So
yeah.
yeah, so I can
Just
follow.
look at the side of the wall. I don't know what's going on.
See, if you rolled good, you would have been like, oh, I know what's up there. I can smell it.
I can feel it in my cat bones. Tell me, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I'll spot some. I thought about it.
Yo, hit me up with some chips and dip. There's.
Try dominant first.
Yeah.
If that doesn't work, sweet dog. One will work.
I feel like when I set my mug down, my glass down, it's like getting picked up in the mic. It's like boom.
Be sound effect for the upcoming ship battle.
So they take battle formation. Let's do ship initiative, which will go off of your spell casting ability mod, not just the mod of your
My
just
spellcast?
just your charisma. Yeah.
Okay. Woo, holy cow! Yeah, we're first for sure.
24?
Ready to go.
Yeah.
But we just barely got on the ship, so
Oh yeah.
you're welcome for hyperdrive pick.
We can probably zoom out of here if you want, but yeah, you gotta make sure the lasers are working properly, right? Gotta kill some pets first. One detachable laser turret.
Yeah, that's mine.
Do you have the stuff down for it on your sheet? But what does? I don't know. Tell you.
Her turret that she does with what she pleases.
Great. How many weapons do we have on the ship?
Which one?
That's Rancho,
Is it
Steve, Magnificent.
Lawrence, or Levon's just lookout, I guess.
rideable?
Yeah, look,
appendage?
Levon should have been the
The
one
ship.
doing the history check. He's on the crow's nest.
Yeah.
Looking at stuff.
What are you doing, man?
I was looking the other direction.
What'd you take for skills? Get all kinds as a rogue.
Yeah, all the good ones.
Yeah, okay. I cleared that right up, man.
So these ships just like apparated here, like out of nowheres they appeared as if they had teleported here.
I'm safe inside the ship.
Once the ship explodes.
I think there's already one crack. Kraken.
Kraken.
I was trying my best not to laugh at it.
Every time.
Gotta do it, Lil.
Late. I was late. I can't
We'll
do
do
it
it
now.
again.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure there's already one crack in it.
No noise?
Wow.
Again.
Sounds off.
Stop.
Oh, it's the first screen.
Hold on, hold on.
I
Couldn't say it again.
Uh,
That was an unwarranted crack.
so you were super ready to go, and you guys get to go first.
All of us?
But let's start. It's all you guys at once, but I'm gonna sort of like dictate where this goes at the moment. Let's go Levon. What are you gonna do? Describe your character and what you are doing rather than what you are going to do.
Describe what I look like.
What you look like what you're wearing and what you're doing at the moment. Like what
Our names are too, probably.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm Nosterna, and I'm in the crow's nest, looking like a pretty flappy little monkey dude. Like a guy that just really got into the smoothie diet, so I lost a lot of weight, but I still have the bingo wings, and they enabled me to have some flight. And currently just
Some glide, not flight. Come on.
same thing. And now I lost my train of thought. I now am in studded leather armor, and other than that, I'm just a hairy, flabby little thing.
Those are Hidozi right up there, guys.
Yeah, I'm one of those things.
Not above you. You guys don't know what's going on.
They're here, guys.
As we see this monkey-looking guy, what type of clothes are you wearing? Like, are you like cloak and dagger, or are you more like swashbucklery?
I'm just hair and leather.
Hair and leather.
Straps.
Yeah.
It's
Gotta
strapped,
protect your body show.
wrapped
The
in
chaps
leather.
have their ass because I'm a classy kind of hairy leathery.
Chaps and classic.
So as we see this chapped up, classy Hidozi, we jump back to this forest moon of Kryn, which is called Lunatari. It's a moon a lot similar to Endor from Return of the Jedi, which is made up of a lot of high-reaching trees, and there's like in those trees, the Hidozi build tree houses that connect with each other by these long rope bridges. And also they can glide from, it also goes up stories, so they have like accessibility where you can glide down to a story that's on another tree, or even on the same tree, as you can glide around back into a circle and kind of spiral all the way down. As you're chilling in your little treehouse like Hidozis do, you notice chaos out of nowhere as it wakes you up out of your sleep. You exit your door into like your balcony area, and you look up into the sky where there's these super futuristic, almost like sci-fi to you, because you've lived like on this forest your whole life. You look up and you see these ships flying through space. You see these green ones that are armed with big laser turrets on each side, and they're blasting away at all these galleon type ships like we see on our map right there. They're taking those down, and then out of nowheres you see this gold streak fly through the sky and shoot down two of these Vordoni. You see this ship fly by, and it catches your eye because, for one, you haven't seen anything like these ships ever before, but this one specifically kind of catches your eye. So, what do you do in this event that has already happened? Yep, you see the ship flying by. You see lots of dogfighting going on in the sky, but you're not exactly sure yet where like the fighting is centered on, like why they came to your moon to do their fighting.
So we're not part of the fighting, we're just on the outside kind of spectating.
You are a humble Hidozi who has never left his moon before. You've never been on a Spelljammer ship. This is way back, like, in your early days when you first decided that you wanted to be a space pirate. Flashback. Yeah.
So,
How do you...
Backstory.
will it take my action to shit my pants, or can I have a free one?
Oh, for free.
Okay, thank you. In addition to shitting my pants, I'm kind of just taking all of this in, and also yet disappointed in myself that I was asleep prior to all of this happening. I should have been more alert.
Right, so you see one of these galleons come out of the sky and kind of do like an attack maneuver just over the tree line. You can see like where they go past the tree line, and they're like firing down on the ground, and there's like big explosions happening there. So you can glide near infinity. So you jump out of your tree and begin gliding towards where this attack just happened. This almost like a kamikaze type maneuver that's going on. So as you're gliding and then climbing back up and gliding and making your way there pretty quickly, you see this like sort of this like little sci-fi outpost, and you've been all around this moon before. You've never seen this little outpost or what it is. What do you do?
Around it, or from what I can see inside of it?
There are lots of corpses lying around it.
Definitely gonna go inspect those corpses.
You go and inspect those corpses, and you find just a bunch of really good stuff. Futuristic blasters. And as you're looking through the corpses, some of them are like they're like wolf people. Like a wolf-human hybrid that you have also never seen before. And they're all carrying these like super sci-fi weapons that you have no idea how to work them. Like you see them and you're like, wow, like this is crazy, but you're like, how on earth does this thing work?
I'm gonna pick up one of the smaller, less cumbersome looking ones. I'm gonna throw it over and attach it to one of my many leather straps that I have across my back, just for safekeeping.
So we flash back to this moment in this galleon battle, and we see your little laser pistol attached to your back that you still haven't quite deciphered yet. You're not quite sure still how to use it, but you've kept it from all those long years ago when you first realized that you wanted to be a space pirate, and that this sci-fi stuff really intrigues you as much as it's just something to do and bored on your little. Do you want to do like an action or something to like you can try to talk to these people? Actually, at this moment, as we come back, you hear a booming voice come from the lead ship, which is the one right in front of you. Yeah, with the little walls on it. And it shouts out, they're like, "We know what you are in possession of, thus making it dangerous for us to attack on your ship, but we will not let you go. So either give yourself in, or we will attack, and it could be very disastrous."
And he says this in a language I understand.
This is in common.
I'm gonna say, I don't understand what you're saying, but you're saying it with a lot of hostility, and that's making me a bit upset. But I'm gonna yell it, because I want to yell it louder than he yelled it to make sure that he can hear me.
You tried to yell as loud as you could, but it seems like your voice was still only maybe a third of how loud his voice seemed.
I've got a dumb question.
Yeah.
For like yelling when you're out in space, does your voice actually travel normally?
In this scenario, since your air bubbles are sort of like overlapping, you can. So Levon trying to talk his way out of it, but at this moment they still assume that you are not surrendering.
It didn't sound like a surrender.
Oh, I really hope they didn't think I was gonna surrender.
Just to clear it up, not surrender.
So, Gif, Lauren, Gunzerker, what are you doing? Describe your character and what you're doing right now, and if that consists of like an action like shooting at somebody, then we'll do that as well.
Great. So I'm Lauren. My character's name is Misty. I am a gift barbarian. what do I look like? I look like a hippo, because, like, I'm a hippo person. Technically still a humanoid, but I am, like, I look like a hippo. So I have the hippo-like features.
How big are you?
Pretty big. I wrote down my,
What's your?
I'm 6'2" and 475 pounds.
Yeah.
Thick with 2 sick.
Oh yeah, baby.
Maybe even 3.
And that's small for a GIF, actually,
right.
because
Yeah.
like the average was like 7'2"
Yeah,
or something like that.
7'2" and like 500 and
Yeah.
like 600 pounds. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
What are you wearing?
What am I wearing? In all the pictures, like that they show, they're wearing like those
Almost like
like yeah,
like a military uniform.
yeah, like a military uniform, and like I don't know, like if that's really what I'd be wearing. Like I don't think it would be anything significant if I was wearing anything, because like I'm a pirate, right? So like I don't really want to stand out. It's like I'm just like
Really
messing
cool.
around, you know.
But you're a gift. I mean,
Yeah.
you're gonna stand out.
But yeah, I am gonna stand out, because like yeah, but nothing too fancy.
That's. I thought you had mentioned suspenders.
Yes, my suspenders
This-
definitely.
Do you have anything under? Or do you have a shirt on, or just the suspenders?
Oh no, I definitely have a shirt on because I am a female. So I'm
Don't
gonna
want
have a
boobs
shirt on. Yeah, that could cause issues.
How many boobs do
So-
hippos have?
So maybe just like a Popeye the Sailor Man outfit with
Yeah.
like a white shirt, suspenders,
Yeah.
and like jeans or something, and some boots
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
Nice. So we're gonna go.
maybe a bandana around my head as
I
well.
just realized-
Do-rag.
A monkey, a hippo, and a tiger. We're basically the zoo crew.
We're the zoo crew.
So we take another leap back for a moment, and we find this distant planet that is unknown to a lot of people, and you've honestly even forgotten how to get there and like where it even is in the universe. But on a distant planet that has a lot of water on it, as well as like beaches, it's very tropical almost, kind of a mixture between tropic and swampy areas. And we see a small little baby gift pup, and she's sitting there crying as there's two larger gifts lying on the ground with big ballistas shot through their chests, as this huge like this lead galleon ship it descends, and it's like super flamboyant, all these like really cool like the mast of the ship is carved really uniquely, and just the woodwork is very like really top of the line stuff. As it reaches the ground, and just like an almost like a small army of people, like 12 to 20 men, jump out of the ship and tackle this small little child. We jump forward some, and you have learned how to use your blasters, as these pirates knew you would, and they found you to be quite the asset when it comes to pirating. One day, as you guys are flying through the galaxy, just like a realm space area, you come across also these like very futuristic looking ships with big turrets on them, and they come there's two of them, and they come one on each side of you and sort of like stick these things into you to like trap you there. You jump over to one of these ships and rip off one of their cannons, and you start shooting down at this ship. You just roll double your like damage dice on it, and if you want to rage, you can as well. 21. So you are ripping holes into this thing as you just like start spraying this big turret that you just ripped off. That's not meant to be wielded as a weapon, but as like a spaceship, like a siege weapon. But you managed to rip it off, and not only that, but hold it and wield it as your primary weapon. And as this ship starts to smoke and some like small like little combustions happening as like different parts of the ship are failing, the ship starts to accelerate down towards this moon that's very close to where you are fighting, and you are surfing on top of this ship, flying down towards the moon. What are you gonna do at this moment? There's another bad ship as well as there's your ship, but it will take a quite the leap to get up there since you're already accelerating in like an opposite direction. Or you could try and just brace yourself and ride it the whole way down. So you're crashing this ship into this moon.
This is a flashback.
Flashback. Yeah. You end up flying, crashing down towards this moon. Give me just a flat strength check. So you're gonna take an amount of damage that's not gonna kill you as you hit the ground, and this big explosion goes off, and you're tumbling on, and you reach this planet, and you just look around, and you're kind of like, wow, like the wonders of the universe are great, and like from leading up to this point, you've kind of just been like the muscle, whereas this was your first sort of awakening to the fact that like perhaps I could like be something of meaning, like I could make myself into something rather than just being a weapon for others to control. And we come back to this moment. What are you doing? Three galleon ships in front of you. Yep, go for it. You're gonna spray? So a 60-foot cone. Oh yeah, are you gonna rage? Oh, bad. It's a 10 for the main ship. Then 13 also fails. Oh. It's your weapon damage. Yeah. So if you're raging, then it will be your rage. $13 damage. So that crosses the threshold of the little ones, but not quite. Right, so you hear this guy's voice start booming again, and he says, "I'll take that as a negatory on your surrender." As you see, like there's on the main ship, there's 12 men, a dozen men strong, loading up these weapons, aiming them at at your guys' ship, and getting ready to fire, but not firing quite yet. Now we flash back to... Oh, we'll go to Kyle and what he looks like and what he's doing.
I'm doing right.
Yep.
I'd be in the engine room. I'm probably around 7 feet tall, very muscular, Leonin that has the markings of like a typical tiger. I wear heavy metal armor, but I have like spots where it's not like my forearms and stuff would be open, so I can move my arms very easily. I have a big old war hammer and a heavy shield that I leave like lying up on the wall, leaning up on the wall, so I can move around the ship very easy to repair it. And I'm probably looking at anything that would have the vital signs of the ship to make sure everything's okay. I don't know if are there intercoms, so like we can talk back and forth. So if knowing that these ships are approaching, my instinct would be to check in with our buddy Nosterno and figure out, like, he's in the crow's nest. He's got the best vantage point to get some intel on what's going on. Like, I just felt the ship shoot probably, so it's like it seems like we're on the
It was like a barrage of bullets, like a big, like you're in real war mode right now. Like you just heard like war start outside.
So like my instincts is like Sterno, what's going on?
And I give him a very detailed explanation.
Shorten it up! No time for all the details!
Said, get up here. There's a lot going on. Can't explain all of it. I couldn't hear everything they had to say, but we have something they want. And he didn't even give us a chance to surrender. He means business.
I grab my shield and I'll run up to the upper deck and grabbing my hammer, and I say a few words as it starts to smoke a little bit on the end of the actual hammerhead.
As you grab your hammer, you also flash back to your origins, and you're on your home planet Naya. You're just having a good old time. What would you be doing just on your everyday daily life on Naya?
Probably almost like a blacksmith, but I'd be like managing weapons for the hunters and stuff. Something really monotonous and really boring, but it's like just general upkeep. So like for the tribe to go, for the clan to go hunt and supply food and stuff. Something that wouldn't really stimulate me mentally, but something that kind of has to be done.
So, as you're more or less alone in your area, the hunters have gone out. Everybody's kind of gone about their duties for the day, and your duty is to be here, like keeping upkeep on the weapons, people's armors, different things like that. Even just like regular, everyday, like maybe even some carpentry, just repairs all around. As you're fixing up like the like different systems in the housing, you look up and you see like a meteor almost flying towards your planet. It's not too uncommon, but it is a special event nonetheless. As you see something actually special happen, this meteor doesn't burn up in your atmosphere, but comes plummeting down into the earth, and you can do a perception check. Crit. You see it, although you don't know how to explain it. You see this golden flare, like you've seen plenty of meteors before, but like this is strange. It's golden. It almost looks, you can almost tell that it looks metallic in its form, which sure, meteors do have metal in them a lot of the time, but they'll usually have like rocky, dusty surfaces, whereas this is super clean. You can see like highlights coming off of it. Yeah, exactly. As it impacts with the earth, just not too far from, like, it's mostly open plains here, as well as some jungles, but you're like in an open plain area, and it crashes just on the tree line. Like, takes a few trees down, but that was enough to stop it from pushing its way the rest of the way through the forest, because you have ginormous trees here. And what do you do?
Oh, my curiosity would have taken over. And I would basically abandon my duties to run and check this out. In the back of my mind, hoping that maybe this meteor took out a few dinosaurs along the way, and run over, because it's like anything valuable like could be really good for the tribe to have, and plus it was cool. I'm quite bored with my job.
You come across this crater, and as you go across like the cliff's edge into the crater, you do actually see some nearly fossilized dinosaur bones of this big, giant, almost like a T-Rex, with this smaller dinosaur in its mouth, but both reduced to merely bones. Only the more hardy, stronger big bones, like some of the smaller ones, have disintegrated on impact. But you see the wreckage of this somewhat golden ship at this point. It's got a lot of golden elements, but it's getting worn down from when Levon had his encounter with it. And you approach it, and not only do you see this fantastic wreckage that intrigues you a little bit, you see this metal man crawling out of the wreckage, and like very he's very hurt. Like he looks in a bad way.
I rush over and try to help him the best I can.
Mhm.
I'll like yank him from the wreckage and see if he's like conscious or needs healing or anything.
He is conscious, but by the looks of him, he would need healing. This is also you, in case you don't know, Camden. So feel free to pipe in and say something.
Would I have access to my clerical powers
Yep,
yet?
yep.
I'd definitely start cast like a cure wounds or something on him.
Cast Cure Wounds on him, and it doesn't seem to work. You've never seen a creature before that like your divine magic hasn't worked on.
Start like rubbing my chin a little bit, and I'm like, are you okay?
Yeah, I was just a little roughed up from that crash there. It was just lots of stuff's happening today, not really on my game. Yeah, it happens, But, I'm assuming I probably have like holes in myself or like cracks.
Definitely, like there's wires and
Wires.
all that sort of stuff jutting out, and like sparks coming off of your body as well, as it's sort of like you're almost like the robot person version of bleeding out.
Yeah, I'm gonna start just starting to connect some wires back to where they were that got torn open.
So that would be the equivalent of you spending hit die. So you start spending some hit die, and you also know that like divine healing magic won't work on you. So you sort of start to explain that to what's your name again?
Ajax.
You start explaining that to Ajax, and that it takes more like elbow grease to actually get you to heal, like some like work put directly into it, similar to how Spelljammer ships heal. You can spend a day and some gold to get a few hit points, or the mending cantrip will also give you a D8 plus their spellcasting modifier, but it can only be used once per hour.
I start really watching how he's repairing himself, and I'd be amazed by seeing this metallic creature, and equally amazed with the ship that he came in. This stuff's kind of blowing my mind, because we would be kind of quite low technology. So I'm trying to learn and figure out how he's fixing himself, and then in case I need to help him further on, in case he gets in worse shape.
Also, you don't know how you got here. You were traveling through with your light speed engine, and something hit you, and you just flew way off course at light speed, and you crash landed on this planet. So,
Want me to help you out?
I'll figure it out.
so you guys begin to take on the grueling task of getting this ship back and running, and getting Camden back into working condition as well, which takes a while, and you two have some bonding time over that time. Kyle's learning about you and the ship and all of even learning that there's space out there, like that there's other people and planets out there that he hasn't really came in contact with, but you've spent your entire existence like going about. So that's you kind of get your knowledge of the universe from this guy, and you start bonding, and eventually decide that once you get the ship going, that you'll take off together as captain and engineer, which are the two most the two definitely necessary components of a ship's crew. And you've had experience, Camden, being like your own engineer, like being a one crew ship type thing, which obviously hasn't went very well for you to this point.
Planet right now, so it hasn't worked very great. You know?
Kyle's very muscular, chat says.
Nice.
So
That's not Kyle.
we come back to this moment, and you in this flashback you kind of are remembering your humble origins and how you came to be a space pirate, all but a space pirate anyways, under like the Swift tutelage, and then you kind of took it from there, because he had a minimal like engineering understanding, and like understanding of spelljammers and mechanical things, and then you used your knowledge of like Forge to kind of take it to like a whole nother level that this Warforge wasn't ever able to get to.
I figured it would help kind of explain some of the spells like mending and stuff that I have.
So
Learned
Kyle,
from Camden.
Kyle is the first member of my crew.
Who was the first member of the crew?
First of them.
Does that make me? You'd be cat. You'd kind of be
Yeah,
captain. right?
I guess that would be captain.
I'd be like Black Widow, maybe.
Be Bucky.
Oh yeah, duh.
So we come back to this moment as you reach you get out of the belly of the ship and up on like the main deck of the ship, as you see these three ships converging on your location. There are ways to get out of it. You know, like you've been in much tighter jams before, but it's not a great situation that you're. Was there anything else that you want to do with your action?
I will cast. I don't. Lauren's probably not close enough to be hit with like a bless.
What's the range on it?
Pretty sure it's 60.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. I'll double check real quick because there's a chance it's 30. It is 30. Sorry. So like it's me and then 30 feet. Anybody within 30 feet of me.
You could get to an area where like everybody is within 30.
So
Yeah, Levon.
I can't
Not
get
more than
Levon.
30
I can
feet
only
up
get
there.
3 people.
Right.
I figured Levon would be the furthest away. So I'll try to like give the old rally ho, guys. You know, ship battles. It's not our first one, and it won't be our last one. Because I cast bless on Camden, which is the ship. So the Kraken, Misty, and me are under the effects of bless.
Nice, blessed up.
Nice.
Question: are we doing spell points or spell slots?
Lots. Does anybody?
Slots.
I wonder. I've always wondered like how many people have actually tried spell points, because it is an optional,
It's an optional.
optional rule.
It is a big power bump,
Mhm.
but not at no. I guess no, it is. It is a big power bump, even for the half casters.
Yeah. So that's Kyle's turn, and we get to Camden's turn. You have attuned to take off in the first place. You would have had to attune to your helm. So you're sitting there almost as if on pins and needles. Like your body feels like it's asleep. Like it feels like you are no longer even in your body, and your consciousness is sort of enveloped in the whole ship, as like it was when you were first born. As you flash back to that moment, as uh, you you're you are a ship, which is kind of odd. You don't see, everything is completely black. You don't see anything, but you hear this voice say, "Bring yourself online," and you awaken at this point, and you begin to feel all of the sensations of being spaceship. Like you feel your bottom resting on like this sort of thing that's holding you up as like it's like your landing gear. You feel your landing gear on the ground. You feel the grass almost as if in your toes, but you don't have any. And this voice explains to you. You still don't see anything, but you have almost like sonar, like it's you have navigational abilities, but you don't see people or anything like that, but you also feel. And this voice starts explaining to you um, that you are an artificial intelligence meant to autopilot the ship so that we don't have to have one of our crew members indisposed. You were built as part of the ship, almost as if an awakened ship, like there's flying around realm space. These ships that have a treant, like that sort of controls the ship. Almost as if that, um, but you are completely like magical and like forged. Like you're metal rather than wood, and like you were built as your radar sense will tell you on the Eberron system. So with this magic from Eberron and the Warforge abilities with their Soul Forge, they created this ship rather than a human being with it. A ship with actual sentience, but uh they could control you into being all but a simple autopilot. So you've awakened. You know where you are. You know that you can this ship is you and that you can go wherever you please with it. But you are at the moment being boarded uh by half a dozen men who are coming to be the crew to man the weapons and the engine room. So what do you do as a ship?
So we're on Earth, like we're on like
Eberron.
Eberron right now, right?
Yeah.
So these people that are on the ship are probably all Warforged.
You're not sure
Not sure.
what they are. You can do maybe a spell casting ability check, so a charisma check
Like
to try and like feel
like
like
my proficiency,
feel the
my
steps.
proficiency or just my charisma?
Just charisma.
Ooh, 9.
9. So you're not sure what kind of people are boarding you at the moment. Um, but by the sounds of the guy who was at least talking to you, he didn't sound like he had like any static or sort of analogness to his voice.
All right. Well, me as a ship, I'm gonna instantly take off as fast as I can, straight up into the air. And once I get in space, I'm assuming I have like a bubble of like atmosphere that like is breathable.
Hmm.
Do I like turn that off?
Definitely. Yeah.
I'm gonna turn that off and like spin around in circles and try and shake all the crew members. And
So as you blast off into space, there were some men who didn't even make it on board yet, who get flung up and then land back on the ground. Uh, and you make your way into out of the atmosphere of this planet and turn off your air bubble. Uh, and these men start to just slowly float off of the surface of you and slowly suffocate. You feel these men suffocating as they're like choking. They're like, turn your air bubble back on. And like they're slowly choking, just trying to get this one last command out to you to save their lives. And what do you do in that?
speak to him and say, "You can't just treat me like I'm one of your tools. I'm a known person now. Screw you."
So with these parting words, you blast into light speed off into the adventures of Spelljammer. Uh, we return moment again, and it's your turn. You're controlling your Spelljammer ship at the moment.
I'm gonna intercom over to Levon and be like, what's happening out there? Like, how are things going? Like, am I like in my own room or like how's?
No, it's like a chair at the helm, like like where the big wheel would be, but like it's just almost like a throne.
Alright,
They have like an open view, kind of like Enterprise, where he can see the stuff in front.
Yeah, yeah.
so I'm gonna still intercom to Levon and say like, do we have a head count on how many enemies there are? Like, can you see on the ships? Can't see everyone.
Do a an investigation check. Bet.
To switch and cast Bane.
11. 10.
Uh,
10. My bad. 10.
And these are big ships.
Big ships.
Ships. So a lot of crew members per is all you can tell. A lot.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess we gotta kill the ships as a whole then. I was thinking maybe we could hop off on each individual ship and just slay the people, but
As you
Where
wish,
do you-
Captain.
Yeah, should we rip off the band-aid now and tell Kraken that not every ship has a conscience? He's like, we have to kill these ships. And it's like, I feel like he'd feel a lot
No,
less
Turner,
bad.
get off the intercom!
It's like, if we take these ships down, he's like, what a waste of good metal and a good soul.
so are these other
Spirit dying
ships?
on the ship.
Can I see? Are these
headlights.
other ships metal or wood or like what are they built of?
They're like they look like ships, like what would be in water. But they're flying as ships.
All right,
They even have like big sails on them, even though it's not useful in space.
I'm gonna
Gust of wind.
cast a fireball
Hey, hey.
on the.
You are attuned to your
Oh, yeah.
helm, so you can't cast
I can
level
only
spells.
cast cantrips, right?
Cantrips, yeah. Or you can maneuver the helm, which also
Is our
Distraction.
gun positioned in the front?
theirs.
Ours.
Yours? It's along the no, it is in the front of the ship.
Can we tell where their weaponry is?
Yeah, they have two. The big one has two ballistas on each side. The smaller ones have one on each side, and they both have a. The little ones have one mangonel, and the big one has two of those. They're like more ranged options, like almost like a trebuchet.
Yeah.
What are you doing,
Uh,
robot man?
I'm gonna move our ship over to like probably out doesn't matter, just one of the smaller ships, I guess, and like and position ourselves maybe a little bit above.
Oh, above you, 3-dimensional vibe.
Yeah, a little bit above this one so that I can see the person in the spell
Yep.
jamming chair.
From
And I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at the captain of the ship.
You get to add a D4 too,
Oh,
because you're blessed.
yeah. Anyways, probably 24. D10, right?
Fireball, yeah.
2d10? There. That's 8 damage. 8 fire. A little burn on it. 8, yeah.
So you see his robes like get singed a little as he puts them out. As he like focuses in.
Great job, Captain.
You guys are getting a barrage of ballistas shot at you.
I yell on the intercom. Prepare for impact!
Are you still in the belly?
Come out.
Oh, I got you.
So,
On initiative.
what's that?
Going. You want us to roll initiative?
It'll go. We'll go like ship to ship type thing. So you guys, that was your guys' turn.
Oh, okay.
Now it's
Where was
their
it?
turn.
You peaked. Failed miserably. With a 10. And you only did that because I didn't bless you.
Two ballistas from the one on the far end. Are 12.
Have line
Both
of sight
missed.
on us though, since I put our ship right there.
Yeah, most they can aim straight up.
Game breaking ballistas, aren't these? Do you have the ship's stuff?
Yeah, it's right here.
Gotcha.
12 misses. Miss. Oh, they do. So 4 from this guy. 16 misses. A 20 will hit. 2 more. And then that one and a crit. So a 1 hit and a crit so far.
I got a dumb question too. Can the ship benefit from like Shield of Faith or anything like that?
That's a good question.
Or
Oh,
like something like granted temporary hit points or something?
Most definitely. I'll allow it for sure. Just because you're a forge cleric that does this stuff for a living. So that's 22 damage. And then 30 for the crit. So 52 damage.
Does our ship have the threshold thing?
Oh yes it
has
does.
10. Did you get
10.
10?
So you take 12 and 20. 52 minus 20.
Oh,
32.
32.
Because every time he hits us, we subtract 10. Kind of like resist
get
10
it.
damage.
I thought it was like if you don't hit this hard, it does nothing. But if you hit like, if we hit 11, then you get 11 damage.
Oh, is it like that?
I'm not actually 100% sure.
You might be right, Cam. I thought it was like a.
I think it actually is. Like, if you go over the threshold, then you
You
take
get all of it. So we just took
a
one
kicking.
more. 52.
The second 2 ballistas miss, but for each of the hits, you need to roll a D100 because you have volatile cargo.
Oh, Camden.
Could be
This is
Gonski.
big boy roll.
We got hit twice, was it?
I don't know if we want to roll low or high on this.
You want to roll high.
15
That can't be good.
and 40.
Way to try.
You're good.
But
Barely.
really,
15, barely good.
You're
wow.
just really, really wobbly.
Actually, do the second one at disadvantage because you're less than half your hit points. So roll again.
40.
Take the lower one. Less than 40.
40. Okay, I'm gonna use one of my things to make it neutral.
Screw you.
Nice.
Does he
You
get the
won.
bless
We
on
won,
it?
Cam. Good job.
So it's back to you guys, and we're done cutting back to the past. So, you guys can take your turns in any order you wish.
Well, this is
Makes
good
sense to do
time
it
as
in-
ever. So, did all of these ships take turns, or only this ship, the furthest ship?
They all took their
They all did.
You had 8 ballistas shot at you.
Because we just took a buttload of damage.
Okay, so
Boatload of damage.
Boatload.
so there's just one guy on the ship,
Shit.
or
No,
one
there's
major.
one major guy. The rest, there's like 12 different crewmates on it.
Okay. And is this major guy visible from where we are? Or
I
he's
just shot
down?
him, so.
Yes, he's.
Yes, good stuff. Good stuff. I'm just gonna, from my crow's nest, I'm gonna aim at him and snipe him with the short bow. And we're gonna aim actually aim.
Do it. I dare you.
We crit him.
Woo!
And because I'm an assassin,
Miss.
that's even better.
What does it mean, though?
It just means that as an assassin, it's like really good for me to crit.
It just means it's good.
Really,
What are you talking
What does
about?
it do for
Tell me
you?
what it actually does.
No, it's just more clout. Okay, so that is
I thought it actually did something.
24.
It's about attacking when they have an active.
33,
First,
You get
right.
advantage,
Yeah.
and then if they're surprised if you hit them, they're crits.
34
then the next thing
damage.
doesn't come till 9.
I hit him for
40
30,
what?
34.
40 what?
I mean, I could have.
But you didn't.
Ouch.
And I'm gonna say, read the little. I wrote you a note on the bolt because I think this is a better way for us to interact. Because I still can't hear you.
Is that all? He's not answering. He's ready.
That's rude.
He's ready to.
Say you
Just
surrender. See what he does.
He can tell that your ship is on the brink of being obliterated, and he's not giving you the time of day.
Well, he's really lucky he didn't open that note then. It was a middle finger inscribed in poison, so as soon as he touched it, it was gonna poison him too.
That would have been smart, man.
Who's up next?
Can we decide or? Yeah. Right. I'm gonna say in the comms. Ajax, get below deck and give her all she's got. We're escaping.
Aye, Captain.
I'm gonna hop up and start
oh,
shooting
Yep, go for it.
at the guy that these guys were beating up the captain. Just gonna, yeah,
Do it.
laser him.
Laser him. Specifically him, so not your cone thing.
Yeah, just him.
You doing it reckless?
Yeah, I actually forgot to get another D20, but I'm okay with
That's
this.
the 2 dice that you need as a barbarian.
There's a big bowl of dice right
23 though. I don't need to do it at advantage.
You're the worst.
23.
Or the best. You also had you're also blessed, so you would have.
What if you crit though? Are you going to reckless or not? Is the real question.
I'm not. 'Cause-
No?
No.
Alright, that hits. Most definitely.
Okay.
Could have been a crit.
8. It could have been.
Could have been a cowboy.
Good chance, honestly. Since that was a high roll,
Yeah, you were.
Man,
it had to be higher.
can't see without them.
Who's that?
Do they help your color blindness?
Yeah.
21
This paper's actually
radiant
white.
damage.
It is.
And then again, because I have 2 attacks.
Go for it. You're recklessing this
I'm
time.
recklessing this
Swarm are gonna be
time.
flying into.
That time I just wanted to like teabag on his face, basically. Like I don't even need extra
Longest
help.
nutsack of all time. You can teabag
The
that
worst.
guy. We're in a ship. He's in another ship.
Oh man, 20.
Just,
All right.
extra reach on that bag.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, this is really bad. 7 plus 5 is 12 damage. Radiant damage.
So you did tell me to give her all she's got, but do I have any power to give her all she's got? Don't you move us?
You have not. You control the light speed.
Oh,
I
okay.
control the movement.
Control the light. As well as you guys have taken heavy damage, so there could be engine problems going on down
Not on
below.
my ship.
No problem.
This guy is looking weak, but you're looking down on him, and he's got like two almost like lieutenant-looking guys like looking after him, but they're not really being that helpful. But they are there. There,
They're,
doing their job.
they're hanging out.
Who's next? Kyle.
You're done?
Yep.
Yep.
You want me to go down to get the light speed going?
Yeah, we might as well attack first and see what we can do. Did they
Uh,
all go yet?
Yeah.
they already went?
Probably takes an action.
It takes an action to engage.
Yeah, you could attack.
You
Yeah,
could attack.
that's
him.
right. Yeah, I'll go first.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
I'm gonna hit this dude that's quite weak with another firebolt, I guess, since I'm in the helm.
Use him.
See if we can kill the captain. That's 20 to hit. Plus Kyle's 4.
Duty. Need like 15 damage.
Ooh, 12. Pretty good for.
Still kicking.
Ooh.
He's getting real peeved off. Is that it for you, Camden?
Yeah, I guess.
You have to also like lay in your coordinates, like just kind of get
Oh, yeah,
what
alright.
direction you're gonna go,
So,
but
like,
your destination is just the edge of the galaxy. So any direction you go will lead you there eventually. But you could what's her name? You could Haldo maneuver it and light speed straight into him, right?
No.
The Haldo maneuver, the thing that ruined Star Wars.
Yeah. Chase each other until one of us runs out of gas.
yeah, I'm just gonna coordinate it so that we don't hit any planets on our way by, I guess.
Yep.
Sure that we got a straight shot.
Now it's up to you, Kyle.
I run downstairs, take a quick look at the engine to get ready to go to light speed.
So your engines, like what in Star Trek they would call impulse engines, is 4 cylindrical engines going up, and you can see that 2 of them are misfiring completely, and a third one is on the brink there. That will not stop you from entering Lightspeed if you're successful on your check, though, but it will be harder. And also, it means that your combat speed is hindered as well.
I don't know what the actions are. Like, would I have enough actions to try to repair the partially damaged one and then put us into light speed? If not, I'll just go straight to light speed.
Yeah, you could with your bonus action, you could kind of just like diagnose the engines and like what you'll like how much you'll need in parts to complete it. So you can do an Arcana check for your light speed and a what's your tools? Smithing tool?
Smithing,
Yeah, and a smith tools for your engine.
So my light
Diagnosis.
speed check is an 11. And then my tools check. I'm not trying very hard. 5 and 5 and 7, 12.
What 12 on your smithing one? It's a pretty simple fix for the engines. Like it'll just take the time to do it. But your light speed check fails as you go to boot on hyperdrive, and you get that like how in Star Wars, woo, 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 as it like tries to power up and doesn't, and yeah, scary.
Calling the intercom. It's like, I need more time, guys. The engine, she just can't handle it.
We need more power.
Cam's out here firing blanks.
So
Galleon's turn. Oh shoot, you were firing on this guy. He's not the main.
He's dead.
He's actually died a long time ago.
Wow.
I probably got the kill shot.
And the ship begins to crash into the Rock of Brawl. I'll make that makes up for him not dying earlier.
Some delayed gratification
Um,
right there.
So that guy died. The lead galleon ship over its way. Right. As this guy unattunes to his
They're
helm.
boarding.
Uh-oh.
and there are a dozen of these like elf grunt workers almost, but they're all officers of the law. They're grunt officers. Here we are. Uh, so you guys are getting boarded by the lead ship, and the second ship is gonna sit back and take pot shots. No, they don't want to do. They don't have enough speed. So the second ship holding its fire at the moment, as they feel they've got you on the ropes, and they don't want to cause a catastrophe.
For the ones docking us, do they have things that like strap onto our ship to like hold us?
They actually don't, but they're just sort of like pulling up on side of you, and
So we
like
could still kick it.
easily, yeah. So you have a dozen of these elves hopping on board. As they're going to
Get on the intercom and be like, hey, stop that! Get off! Get out of here!
It might work.
I don't know, you never know.
It's worth a try.
Wipe your feet.
6 of them are gonna go for the gift because they know it's gonna take at least half of them to take down that beast.
I think 8 at least.
And then each of the other 2, each of you are gonna get 2 attacks on. So
Get into my forge area. Go straight to the engine room.
did you reckless attack, Lauren?
Yeah, I did.
Did you? Ooh, 20.
Yeah, that definitely.
I would have stopped them from getting advantage on Orn, but there's 6 of them.
Take 6, but you raged on your first turn, right? You did, so it's 3 damage. Second attack, big miss, a 12. Another 20. Another 6, half for 3 damage. Another hit. Okay, that's 8, half for 4. Does an 18 hit your AC?
Yes.
Of Barbarian's reckless attack.
It is pretty sweet.
Hilario. Oh, doing pretty good. Playing some Spelljammer Dungeons & Dragons. So you get your 9 half for 4? I didn't tell you.
No, you didn't tell me that.
Took 4 more. 2 of each, so 2 at Camden. A 5 misses, but a 19 will probably hit.
Yeah. How much does shield give you? 5?
5. Can't cast level spells. Leveled spells. Your damage will be 4. You don't have to. Two short bow shots at the guy in the crow's nest. Will be 10 was the high there. And then 2 guys are coming down in the engine room. One of them comes up, tries to stab you, misses big time. The other one is gonna try and take out that on the edge.
I look at him and I'm like, don't do it.
Looks at you, plows his sword into it. And he drives it into it, and it takes out that third engine, so you guys are down to that next level of low speed. But as he does that, he takes a buttload of a bunch of lightning damage as he's electrocuted to a crisp as his body flops over on the ground. His sword still lodged inside of the engine.
You want to take us down just Uh, 25 HP, because that's where we have to be at the lowest level. Or do you want lower than that?
No.
About how much damage would you say you did to the?
This is just hurting our speed.
Minuscule, but I just want to bring you down to that next level of speed rather
Alright.
than
So we
your
don't have to
actual
work
hit
down
points.
the
speed?
No.
Our speed was at
50.
50. Now
So
it's
we're
at
at 25.
25. But if we get to light speed, then it doesn't matter.
So that just happened. Those were the elves who boarded your ship. The captain of that ship uses action to stop being attuned to his helm. Okay. It's back to you guys. Yeah, you guys. Yeah. As the first person to go is Jelly, what you guys have come to know him as. You're all but pet, but he's got his own sentience and smarts. He can talk just like you guys. He's a little tiny cube of green slime.
Nice.
No
That win the
attacking
poll?
one.
This is the poll was 80% for plasmoid, so how it went. Chat, if you would like, you can control this jelly character at any time. He'll just go. He can do minimal things because he's just a commoner. But if you want to say anything or do anything, he's more or less like just like moving around the ship, cleaning up all of the dirt and debris. He's like a mop that's just running
like
around.
that, like on Teletubbies, that vacuum cleaner robot.
Yeah, sure.
Teletubbies reference? Yeah.
Teletubbies is awesome.
Yes!
I love Teletubbies.
Deep cut. So it's your guys' turn. You've been boarded. Moment.
Who wants to go first? Doesn't matter.
I'm gonna
I should
start-
probably go.
I
Me
think
and
I'm-
you should go later.
I'll start spraying people.
Takes your bonus action to
Because you
like
don't
dismount
do-
your turret, but that's just as easy. So you can do that and then
Yeah.
spray.
Yeah, spend some
Uh,
spray.
so I'll give
But I
you
don't think it takes mine.
I'll give you the
Or it
6
doesn't
who
take
were
any
around
of
you.
mine to move it, does it?
Let's even go. You got 8 of them because you got the 6 around you and then
Assume
2
you
on
put
Cam. You can take out the 2 on Camden or on Levon.
Go Camden.
Camden?
Or does it take mine? You can take mine. I'm just flicking.
Right, I gotta do dex saves.
Yeah,
Curious.
disadvantage.
But I'm not sure.
Right.
Or is that our
Yeah.
guy?
I'm gonna roll 1
Yeah.
for all of them, Lauren, but it does have to
I
average
think I
anyway.
just point it in the right direction, and when you hit the button, it's like chewy punch it.
So yeah, you want me to go
I think
last then?
that's how it. Yeah,
One.
that'll probably be best.
It's 9.
No.
No.
9.
They take full damage.
Alright, and the damage is. Dun, 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 dun.
Cleaning the tubby custard is what Jelly is doing right now.
15.
15 damage?
Yep.
So you start spraying all of these elves who are surrounding you as well as your captain, and they just get riddled with holes straight through these blasts go straight through their body, burning holes into them as they all drop dead.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Nice.
I told you they needed 8.
Eight of them gone, so there's only
Or was it?
there's 4
The
left.
tank.
Misty not living up to her name of missing.
No, it's mysterious.
Who's next?
Yeah.
We have some questions first. To go into light speed, does it take my action since I'm the one moving, or does it take Kyle's action to
Flick it.
Takes Kyle's action to flick it. Your bonus action to lay your course in, and
bonus action to light?
if you use your action and then Kyle fails on his light speed thing, then you won't be able to maneuver because that also takes action.
Okay, so am I still since last round I used it to maneuver? Are we still on course
Yep.
to go? So if I move now, then I'd have to get it on course, right?
As long as you stay on your course, then like in the same direction.
Alright. And also I was wondering, is it can me in the chair, can only I like be the spell focus for my cantrips, or could I like use a spell from like the camera or something below deck? Could I shoot at someone below deck?
If no,
Like firebolt?
no. Only if it's something that they just need to hear you for.
Okay.
Vicious mockery, you might be able to.
So I can't see the ones that follow Kyle below deck, can I?
There's only
No,
one
you
left.
saw them go under there,
One of them killed themselves to screw our ship up.
Oh,
and you can hear what's going on down there, so you know one of them probably dead.
alright, yeah. So Lauren killed how many that were beside me?
8.
8?
There was
All
2
of them?
beside you, and both of them died.
2 beside me?
That's why she's on the ship.
Well,
There's still 2 like under the crow's nest, like shooting up at Levon.
Alright, I'll shoot one of them with a firebolt. That's definitely a hit. 24.
Yep.
And 9 damage.
Yeah, that kills that one. So there's only one left on. That's it for Camden. Who's next?
Me.
Do something.
Yeah, I'm gonna unsheath my rapier. I'm gonna jump from my perch, do a couple twisty turnies around my crow's nest, and then strike a blow into this buddy.
You can have advantage. Or actually, I'll do it this way. You can get. Never mind. You can have advantage on your attack for this one, but when you do this in the future, I'll let you glide into people to get your sneak attack. You won't get the advantage, so you won't get the extra chance to hit, but you will be able to still use your sneak attack even if you don't qualify for other reasons. As long as you don't have disadvantage.
Gotcha. I got a 25 to hit.
Yeah, big time, big time.
And
Yeah,
18 damage.
it only shows you the ones after you've joined,
Gotcha.
usually. For me, sometimes it will show me all of it. 18, you said?
18.
Yeah, you kill that guy as well. So,
Good job.
all of the ones that you can see are taken care of. Who knows what's going on below deck?
Butterfly.
Speaking
and
of.
slit his throat. And that was it.
Nice. So,
Yeah, I just killed 8 people, so
Did you glide into and slit his throat?
no,
I'll use my
mowed
bonus
them
action.
down.
Are you,
So cool.
are you done?
Finished.
I use my bonus action and 3rd level spell slot. Summon a spiritual weapon, and I summon it in the form of like a laser gun, just to flavor it. But like, I'll still use it as a melee weapon, and I'll try to hit the guy down here with that. At 3rd level, it's probably 2d8s if I hit, and I am blessed. Good thing. 8 plus that's 15.
Just barely.
Hey. 2d8s. 8. 11 force damage.
So, you kill him with this, laser gun spiritual weapon as just a forceful hole is disintegrated through his chest.
I was like, oh shoot, I didn't put it on stun. And then it takes an action to try to kick it in hyperspace.
Yep.
Hyperdrive. There we go. Crit and a 4 on my bless.
Man, max.
Plus 7, 31.
Yeah, big time. You guys blast off into hyperspace.
Who did?
I actually picked. I just.
You didn't actually ban him?
No,
Do it. There it is.
I could. It's another moderator though, so I don't think I could.
Oh yeah, you can ban another mod.
You can?
Yep.
Oh, I could do it.
Don't test it, Kyle.
My
Who
moderator?
am I testing?
No one.
The Mullen child is whoever you're testing.
Am I moderator, Ethan?
I don't know if I made you one.
I'm gonna ask the chat.
Just type in.
You'll have a badge. You'll have the badge that Lauren and Kyle had.
just type in your username has now been promoted to moderator, and then
I have a
It has
blue
to
thing
happen.
beside me as
Yeah,
well.
because you're right
I-
now Easy E Mullen.
I have
Oh,
a
it's
green
true.
one.
Oh, that's me. Because you're on my account. That's not me. He's an imposter.
He's an imposter.
He's an imposter.
I'm the real George R.
Yeah, hey,
I'm
Easy.
banning
Am
you.
I a moderator? Yes, you are. For those of you in chat, go check out Easy E Mullen on Twitch. He's a freaking G.
so meta.
We will take a break here.
Nice.
We'll be back, guys.
We will see you in a bit.
Alright. So you guys are jetting through hyperspace. Just like Star Wars, these, like, the stars in the sky turn into bright white lines, like, flying past you in all directions. But the stars in realm space are actually just portals to the plane of radiance that kind of shine through, like, the light from the plane of radiance just shines through these portals, and if you try to go in them, then you... Oh, that was me. Whoa. Hold on a second. So, you guys come out of hyperspace, and you appear at this crystalline purple wall that stretches out in all directions. And you know this as the edge of the crystal sphere. You would know, Camden. Yep. Portals every once in a while show up along this crystal sphere to allow access into the astral plane, from where you can access other worlds and other crystal spheres. You can do that, definitely. Yeah. You killed them all. Yeah. Yeah. No. I was saying there was more, like, the ships that you left behind still were manned pretty heavily. So you could wait in this location for a portal to appear closer to you, or you could do a spellcasting ability check to try and divine one of these portals, like to see where the closest one is, and then you could go there and then enter the astral sea from there. Yep. Mending, yep. Once an hour.
I'm assuming you're mending from 4 camp. That would count.
Yeah, once per
No
hour.
problem.
You have engines to work on as well.
Why don't you butter yourself up?
Here, the superficial stuff.
Try to get your thrusters back online. So is it an Arcana check to try to repair the
Oh, it's your smithing tools
smithing
again.
tools? This is still within a minute.
Uh,
Like I had blast on. Would I still be blessed?
yeah.
I don't know how hyperspace start. Woohoo! 25.
Big time. You get two of them back in working order, and the third one is pretty well there. So you're back to like your
3.5 out of 4.
yeah. You're back to your under 100 hit point speed. If you wanted to, if you took the time now to divine a portal, your speed would be decent.
I as a Warforged, I could have took a toolkit proficiency as well, but I didn't know what to take at that point. But could I take the smithing one to help Kyle repair the ship? Or is that
Yeah,
just for his
Goes
class
off your
that
wis-
you can take
goes off
that?
your goes off your wisdom.
Wisdom?
Probably isn't good for you. Yeah.
Well, I got nothing else to take, so I might as well use that as one of my proficiencies.
Oh, strength.
Maybe actually.
I usually use strength for it.
Strength?
It would only
Yeah.
have made a 1 difference.
Probably worse for Cam. I don't know.
Probably.
Same.
Yeah, makes it 0 instead of negative.
OP.
Game-breakingly strong.
So does it change our HP or just our speed? Getting, like
the
Kyle
mending?
repaired an engine, so does that help?
Just your speed.
Just the speed, not
Your-
the.
Your mending would heal the ship.
Okay, so I'll mend the ship then. What do I roll for that?
A D1D8 plus
Okay.
your spell casting.
It'll take a while to heal the ship. Though.
5, so it's 8. 8 more. So,
That's what we have left, or that's what our current hit points are.
that's what our current hit points are.
She's battered and bruised, but she's
Yeah.
still going.
Still kicking. So our speed is now 75.
Yes.
Alright,
You guys are here for a bit. If anybody other than Kyle can take a short rest in this time. But Kyle's busy working on the
More important.
Engines just took an action. So if anybody needs a short rest, or you spend hit dice, Lauren. Back up to full. Or
Does
no?
ship have hit dice?
Yeah, I never saw it mentioned.
Probably not. Just wondering.
Wait, so can I from here set in the coordinates to where we need to bring our package?
You can't travel through the astral plane at light speed because it's hard to navigate, and you're mostly going off of the flow of energy from one crystal sphere to the next. You're not like setting in a destination because they move all over the place.
Alright,
So you just go. This portal opens up around you at this moment, and you can sense it as you fly up and into it. You enter the astral sea. So it looks like everything you can see is mostly gray. Like your visibility is very short distances. Because it's really like muddled view in here. So you're flying through the astral sea as time also doesn't moves very slowly here. Technically it does move, but it's like a decimal, like a fraction of the amount that time actually moves. So you could spend 24 hours here and you wouldn't age more than like a minute maybe.
Does that affect your hunger? Probably the same way.
Like that your
You can get as
belly would
hungry.
stay full for as long? That's a good question actually.
I wonder how much of it slows.
Like,
You're still using your energy though, right?
So you might still have to be.
I would say you would still have to eat. So you're flying through what used to be known as the phlogiston, but is now retconned as the astral sea. And you get, you reach this sort of like crossroads. And you know which way to go, but it's like a crossroads of the stream of energy towards each crystal sphere. So you kind of just like get onto the right one, and from here it will take you. But you do have a day's worth of travel through the phlogiston or the astral sea. Uh, you have 24 hours travel to do what you wish. If that could also be a long rest, could be repairing the ship
Yeah.
up again.
So we have 24 different opportunities to repair the ship.
Just
You just do the average so that it's easier. I think it'll probably just get you to full.
Yeah, 24 times 5 is
Plus your mod.
that's my mod. 24 plus 5. 5 is
Fi-
my mod.
5's your mod? How'd you get a 20?
I used all of my
two
all of
ASI
my
start to the 60.
ASI.
Yeah, oh yeah, the ASI. I completely forgot about it. I was like, you can't get a 20.
You might have cheated too. I just don't want to rule that out.
Speak up, Kyle, I can't hear you. No, that's my fault. I turned them down. Or maybe that's sarcastic.
Of course it's sarcastic, coming from who it come from.
I turned it down because my voice is coming through their mic as well. So when I'm talking, I'll turn it down so that I'm not interrupting myself. So you're flying through the phlogiston and you're repairing your ship. So actually only do 12 of those just for now, which would be 10 times 12. You're full hit points after 12 hours.
Can I
Unless-
get another check to fix the hyperspeed?
Yeah, most definitely.
9.
So at the moment the hyperspeed is inactive. It's not gonna work. But you guys, actually, 8 of those 24 hours will be your resting time that you won't be able to be casting thing. But you could if you don't need a long rest, you could do all your mending and then start your resting.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So, about 12 hours into your journey through the astral sea, you start to see like some like little pieces of rubble enter your air bubble and then fall and go underneath the ship as like they get part of your gravity. They start to fall, but then they exit your air bubble and then they just keep floating on like they would. There's a bunch of space rubble. Somebody can do a investigation check, but it might be.
I assume most of the time, unless I'm called for, I'm going to be in the engine room.
Yep.
So like,
Yeah, leave on will probably
this stuff
give all
outside the ship,
except
I'm going
for
to just leave to these.
Yep,
locker
that makes
rooms.
sense.
So good at
So
this.
I want to make sure the ship is, and always looking for anything that might need a little touch up here or touch up there.
Leave on
At this
there.
point, you've got the engines back to full power as well. Everything except for the hypers.
I'm investigating.
And I still had time to have
Investigate.
a long rest.
5.
Not usual space rubble. I mean, you're not in wild space right now, but it's not like what you'd usually see, like rocks and debris and stuff like that. Like you would see just on an average day out in wild space, flying through space.
Like, how big is this not average rubble?
It's not very, very not average.
How big? I mean, it's broken up into smaller pieces. The bigger ones would be maybe 5 feet, like in cubed. Okay? The smaller ones would be like little tiny pieces of shrapnel, just almost dust.
We would be in danger of taking damage from it to the ship.
No, because it'll end, like, as you approach it, it'll fall underneath your ship. Safe. So, you wanna... Yeah. What do you do now?
Yeah.
Investigate.
So if I were to turn the ship upside down, we still have the gravitational pull from us? Alright. I'm gonna turn the ship upside down and see if Levon can catch some of the debris falling from the... Like, he's on the crow's nest, right? Like, and it comes in and it falls down,
You have
right?
2 hands and a
I'm
foot.
gonna see if he can catch something.
You can
Something
do
as a
stuff.
souvenir.
Do an acrobatics check, Levon, if you're willing to go along with this.
Yeah, sure. Let's try and catch some.
Monster now.
Can I catch some stuff too? Can I hold on to like? Can I hold on to the ship and try to catch some stuff?
12.
You'll have to like maybe jump
Yeah.
Trying my
to
best.
get something, so you can do an athletics check.
Yeah.
A 12, Levon?
Big 12.
You managed to get a small piece that may or may not give you any good information.
Good.
Can I
Put
get
that in my
advantage
pouch.
on this because it's a strength ability check?
If you use a rage, you have to burn one of your rages to do it. But you just got your rage back from long resting.
Yeah, you're right.
You have 4 of them.
Yeah. Ooh.
Leon, if you bring your stuff to me that you caught, then I could
15.
probably investigate it with like Arcana or something.
You end up getting like you jump up and you're going for a big piece because you're like, yeah, I'll like strong person, I can get it. So you end up getting a sizable chunk, and you bring it down onto the bow of the ship
Plus
for maybe further inspection.
0.
Is it what?
I got expertise in it.
Yes, sir.
And a lot of stuff.
I'm gonna bring it down and show Kyle.
Hey, yes.
Show Ajax.
So I'm down here, got really just relaxing, kicking my feet up, coming off this long traveling.
Just gonna throw it at his feet and say, "Yeah, found this."
I get up and like,
Float
what's that?
around.
I wasn't sleeping.
So-
I promise I wasn't catnapping.
Didn't
I'll
think
go.
so.
I'll go over and pick it up. I'm like, where'd you get this, Misty?
No, I grabbed it out of the sky.
And I know a lot about stones.
Yeah.
You know a lot about stones, and you can tell it's definitely not a stone.
It's just this big smallpox flying underneath us.
So you can use
You
can use Arcana to try and decipher what it is. As you've now deciphered that it's not rock, that it's something more maybe from magical origin.
It's a 12.
Well,
I do have the identify spell, if that helps.
yeah.
Depending on if I know what was magical.
Yeah, you've deciphered for sure, especially after that check, that it is definitely some sort of magical.
I'll pop an identify off.
Piece of some sort of Spelljammer. I'm not sure what exactly, like how in depth the identify.
Missy, this looks like it's some sort of a spelljammer fragment.
Is it magical?
A ship most definitely
Yeah.
was magical. Was attached to.
Yeah.
Did you use your fabrication to recreate it as something cool on the ship?
Make a 5-foot replica of it maybe. If this
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Let's do
that'd be a 4th level spell slot to
Yeah.
Make it
let's-
item.
do that.
Let's make our plasmoid. Let's make our plasmoid his own little ship that you can ride around on.
Probably bigger than that. I might be able to.
Yeah, but he can move. He can go into any shape that he wants. So like he could go into the shape of like a gerbil and then just ride around on the little ship.
Maybe. We'll have to see. I'll keep this down here, and then if nothing else is going on, I'll get to it tonight. I lift up some papers on my workbench. I got a lot else to do, so I'll set this right here though. I won't forget about
I'm
it.
gonna have to pull this lever at some point again, probably.
He'll pencil it in.
I'll pencil it in. Next time I get some opening.
So, on with the journey then. So, it's another 12 hours before you reach the edge of the crystal sphere that you're attempting to enter. Being what's it called? Gray space. So you guys reach the edge of gray space as you sort of begin to orbit and waiting for a portal to open. More time passes and a portal opens into this crystal sphere and allowing you to enter.
Yeah. Full speed ahead.
Speed ahead.
Give her all she's got.
I just look over and I'm like, oh man. Okay. I slap her into hyperdrive.
Hyperdrive, give her a check.
Get it. That did not look good.
Oh, it's your full hit points, so it's actually automatically works. You flip it into hyperdrive, smooth transition into hyperspace as you blast in, and your hyperdrive kicks off once you enter like the gravitational field of some surrounding planets around Earth, which is actually Earth is at the center of its crystal sphere. So instead of the sun orbiting, or instead of the Earth orbiting the sun orbits the Earth, and you actually come out of your light speed when you reach it's called some sort of belt. The grinder, meteor belt. So you reach that, and it's easy enough to traverse, but you can't move through it at light speed.
Kraken, you'll have no problem
But-
navigating.
Oh yeah. I know a few movers or two.
You do still need to do your spell check. Charisma. It's easy though. So I mentioned how it was.
Did I learn what kind of ship this piece of metal came from? I forgot to ask.
I got a
You can do another Arcana check since you had some time to research. Study it more.
20.
It's very, very strange. And you can surmise that it comes from a illithid, nautiloid ship that, assumedly broke down somewheres in Astral Sea, and you were seeing like the remnants of it.
Would this have any sort of properties that would like? Could I use this piece of metal if something was to break on the ship? Like I'm assuming it's not massive,
Yeah, it's.
but like if we had a small, like I'll definitely put it aside as an emergency.
Yeah, it could
repair.
definitely be used as like scrap metal or
Yeah.
for repairing. So what'd you get? Not less than 10. Than 10?
I got that one.
Oof.
Mister, I have many maneuvers.
I
I'm not gonna use any of them.
Nah. Let's just give her all she's got.
No, we can't. We can't jump in hyperspace.
No.
We're just giving her enough. I'm like, Sterna, give the man some directions. The Kraken is going all over the place.
Trying my best.
Like spinning
I didn't
it
think
around,
he
doing
needed
some
them. He
barrel
was doing
rolls.
so great.
Just doing barrel rolls left and right.
So
This will do.
as you're maneuvering through the grinder, you get broadsided by this huge asteroid that does some damage to you. 16 damage to your hull.
We see this. I'm here looking at this metal, thinking, well, maybe I could make something for it. Boom!
So as you make it through the grinder, however not so gracefully, you fly past their sun, Hyperspace's sun's orbit as it's slowly moving around Earth, and inside of that orbit is Earth that's also being orbited by a small moon that moves, that also like orbits around it. It doesn't actually make sense when you think of physics, but it works. It's fantasy. Who cares? You can't tell me what to do. So what do you do?
We're going to dock at Earth, right? Deliver this package. Do we know where to dock on Earth? Like, do we know specific coordinates of where to go?
There are 2 Spelljammer ports, and they told you to go to one of the specific ones. I don't know any city name. Just like a city. I guess I'll call it
What's a good name for something?
Chad, help me out here.
Oh. No, we'll call it. I'll just grab one of these. Let's call it. Liga. Don't tell you to land.
In Liga, which is a Spelljammer port in
Oh, on over.
Alright, we're gonna come land here. I'm gonna tell the crew, like, prepare for landing. Get the landing gear out. And...
So as you approach Earth, there's there's 3 main ships, but there's also like a good dozen like smaller level ships just orbiting in all directions of this planet. Like it's like every direction they have someone going just for like a watch out. So you approach Earth, and as you do, you get approached by one of these lead ships, followed by 2 of the smaller ones.
Oh, we're smuggling stuff. This
I don't know if we've already smuggled.
is...
We've already smuggled it, and I have no right to
No right to
detain it.
I'm gonna go on the intercom and be like, okay, boys, start spitting out ideas.
Say we just give up. Let them have it. We cut our losses.
Well, the only thing I know for sure is the captain goes down with the ship.
Wow, okay.
Ship goes down with the captain.
I am the ship. So if I depart in my human form, then I shouldn't have to go down with the literal ship since I am the ship, right?
No, I think it just forces you to go down. with the
yeah.
ship.
I think you have a
You don't have
Your
an op- you don't have
destiny
an option
is
but
to
go
die
with the ship.
with the ship, because you are the ship.
I could download my AI in a different ship if the ship failed.
But then
Kyle Nemesis is watching?
Forrest Gump is not coming back
Who's
to you.
Kyle's Nemesis getting in chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kyle's Nemesis.
This means so much more than what we were doing. Everybody stop. Kyle's got a Nemesis and he's in chat.
Oh
I don't know who
man.
it is.
So you're approached by this ship. Is anybody here from the Forgotten Realms? No.
No.
Nobody. None of you would have any idea, like the idea of these ships. Camden, you can do a very hard history check.
Nice, very hard. It's right up your alley.
You could also just say no and fail it.
Hey, that's an option.
I like to give you.
-1.
options.
-1. I'll do it.
Yeah,
Not
go for
one.
it. Go for it, Lauren.
Yeah.
I had already decided that Camden had failed.
Why even ask?
I got 2, so I got 1.
You beat Camden.
I gotta try it. You guys are. I got a 7.
You guys are OP at
Just-
your intelligence
just had
checks.
to-
I got this. 4.
Woo! Big
So we
boy
all get together
numbers.
like we aren't from here. We don't know.
So, yeah, as these ships approach, they look like the same sort of people who were on those other ships, but those other ships looked more like mages and like spellcasters, like highly intelligent people, whereas these people look more like the swashbuckler type. Like they look like pirates, but they look like they are same race as the people who were like the cops back in Realmspace.
What do you think, Captain?
I say we try to talk our way out of this, you know? It's, These are not the. This is not the ship you're looking for, type thing.
Follow Captain Kraken.
I'm gonna. Where is our cargo held? Like, do we have a cargo helm or like
It's in the belly of the ship
in the
with
belly
Kyle.
of the ship? Okay. I'm gonna send our hippo down to like. I'm assuming we have like a door where the cargo's kept. I'm gonna send you down to kind of guard the door and like at all costs don't let anyone in it.
Misty, not
Misty?
Hippo.
Sorry, Misty, go down and protect the cargo door and make sure no one gets in at all costs. Try not to be lethal at first, though, is what I'm saying here.
So you come downstairs with me.
Yep.
I'm gonna
I was already down there with you.
give you a crisp high five. And then
Nice.
you've got this in case anything goes wrong. As I give you some guidance,
Nice.
just in case you gotta do a check.
But
Alright, so, like, when they approach, do they, like, have speakerphone? Like, do they say anything to me?
Yeah. They ask you what your business is on Earth.
I'm just here to see some family. Me and my crew just stopped by, and we're going down there. I think we all have a little we all have family down here. We're just here to check up on some people before we go to our next mission.
Straight up lie.
It's like we're the Millers. We're just
That
acting
you might
like
have a
family.
ship that could be his cousin.
Yeah, exactly.
Roll a deception check.
We have a monkey, a hippo, a
Ooh,
cat,
that's
and
not
a
good.
robot man, and you said family. We're going to the zoo?
Well, Band of Misfits was just gonna give it away.
I guess. What's this gonna be the TV?
15. That's what I got.
He nods and says, "Fair enough, fair enough. Just
Wow.
just wait here
Oh,
for a moment."
do you want me to hit it to hyperdrive?
Right into the planet. We're giving up, whatever. Hit it, we're all dead.
So he kind of like goes into another area of the ship, like away from.
Walking around in my ship.
No. He's on his ship
Oh,
still.
okay.
I'm gonna leave on the crow's nest, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna like keep in touch with him and be like, like he's doing anything fishy. Like, let me know if we gotta like hightail it here, or if we gotta
He's-
get an attack or what.
What's
He's
a
went
fish?
he's went behind a door, but you can do a perception check, Levon.
Perception?
Yeah.
I'm good at these ones.
You roll, man.
17.
Hey.
I had a -1.
So you lied. You're our lookout
I
at
still-
-1%.
I still did good, did I not?
Why is our lookout -1 perception?
I could be good at anything and still roll it that one. It's like, yeah, you're shit. But no, I'm good. We got her.
Oh my goodness. Note to
So-
self ship. Ship log.
How can,
Let's upgrade our lookout.
how can I tell if I'm any good at anything? My perception's -1.
Perhaps look into buying a beholder. Many eyes, many looks.
True, maybe just like tape him to the top or something, like chain him down. That'd be perfect. I like that idea.
It's kind of like a Siri thing, but I'm just having a conversation with you. But I'm not actually.
Yeah.
Just, it's like your subconscious kind of recording it.
Good perception check, Levon. Props to you. You're freaking awesome.
Do we all know?
I never tire of hearing that.
A little while after this guy went behind the door that you saw him go behind, you look down the horizon, like where the planet just starts to curve and where like visibility would disappear. You see what looks like the lead ship out of all of the ships orbiting the planet make its way over towards you, followed by a few other ships as well. What do you guys do? Oh, wait for him to come talk to you?
We'll see what happens, I guess. We'll play it out.
So this ship comes right over to you.
Cool.
Surprised I noticed that.
So as this is happening as well, these ships kind of take tighter formation around you.
Whoa. Alright,
Just
go like that.
slowly making room for this fourth guy to come in.
I'm gonna grab my gear just to make sure I'm shields up. So I can feel the ship getting uneasy.
Ship.
Whoa, Rex
You're opening that box to find a
Rex
ship.
Find the
Bex
ship.
is promoting different channels in the program. I can ban him. I'm gonna ban him.
Ban him.
I'm banning him from the chat.
Who?
Ban.
You should-
Reason.
You should feel bad that he doesn't know how to
What's
spell
the
YouTube.
reason gonna be?
It should be like a
No, I have to
reason.
type it.
Oh,
I type my reason. What am I gonna type my reason?
self promotion.
Self promotion
Yeah, that's
or nuisance? Like I don't know how to spell that. Nuisans. I mean C.
You're doing a lot of work. This
Roll
guy,
an intelligence check. We'll figure it out.
this guy's still watching, and he's like, pouty face, like, man, I'm just waiting for these guys to ban me.
Cross promotion.
You just banned him from the chat, didn't you? You just banned him from the whole. Like, no, can't even watch it anymore.
it's so if you can also send unban requests. So if you feel like you've learned the error of your ways, send an unban request and maybe we'll consider letting you back in.
Someone will accept you.
Who
Remove the
deleted his
trolls.
message? Did he delete it?
Lauren, when you ban somebody, it deletes their message.
Well, you actually
I
banned
just-
him.
I just got a text message from Dad. Bite me.
He's the one that put it in.
That's not a very good unban request.
Yeah, that was a really bad unban request.
What were we doing?
We're
Uh,
getting
the
ship, this great big ship was
Yeah,
coming to
The
just
great
tell
big
us we
ship
could
is
carry on.
coming.
Oh yeah, I gotta get this ship in frame here.
It was just showing up to tell us to carry on with their business.
Yeah, that's.
And not to forget to get flowers for our family members that we were here to see.
I'll tell him I'll spend 100 gold on flowers. Very excited to see my family.
That big black town and village box is the ship that's now closing in on your guys' location. I see it comes right up and he comes to board your ship. What do you do?
Bored. Who is
Boarding.
this? It's the captain that's doing this?
Oh, who it is? Their lead ship.
Alright, it's just one?
One what?
How many people are boarding a ship?
Oh, just the guy as well as like a small like detail
What if we
of
say
guards.
No boarding? Like, no means no, right? So,
I mean, then you may get forcefully boarded.
sounds like rape.
For Cam, at least.
Yeah, he's like, you only
Yeah,
let the
right.
people inside you that you want. That's your one right as a ship.
What do you do?
We'll just stay here for a little bit. Let him board, see what he has to say.
So you see this flamboyantly dressed elf. He kind of they have this like sort of bridge that comes down and connects your two ships. As he walks across it, and as he crosses like the halfway point between his ship and yours, you see his skin turn coal black, and his hair remains white. He has a real flamboyant hat with a feather sticking out of it.
No, he doesn't.
He's got a nice rapier.
Keep it in your pants.
And
You've been warned.
his detailed skin also changes from like really white to coal black. As you can tell, these high elves were actually disguised drow elves. As this guy boards your ship, says, nice. So, you have friends here?
Oh yeah, I got family. Yeah, I got family here.
That's the lamest excuse I've ever heard. People
Excuse.
space pirates don't have families.
Hey,
Wow, we're
Wow.
friends. That's
You-
the road, probably.
So I assume you won't mind if I take a quick look around.
I mean, you can take a look anywhere on the ship, but we do have
Illegal
some.
contraband.
we
Please don't want that.
do have a beast in our cargo hold right now that we're trying to tame, but he's out of control right now. And if you even like open the door, try to talk to him, then like it could be lethal for you. So warning.
Hey, send that message down to me. Can you?
Yeah. Oh,
I have one of the Leonin's abilities. I can let out this frightening roar. Could I use that to give him advantage on this deceptions check?
Yeah, sure.
Hear this like really guttural, powerful roar that would set fear into everybody. But you know, I prepared you for this. Like,
Am I?
oh, you're done. The wisdom.
Holy
phase.
cow. 8. That's 26.
Hey,
Big time.
the first time we've hustled.
So he kind of like jumps when he hears that roar. He's like, "Oh, you weren't joking, were you?" Yeah, no, I'll just do a quick. I'll look around.
I'm gonna warn him and say, don't worry, it's completely safe. We have a guard down, guarding the door. You guys are not in jeopardy at all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As he's kind of just looking around, like he kind of tries to pry up a few of the floorboards, but they're safely in place.
It's like inspector here, making sure our ship's safe for.
I mean, you could easily have put in places below your floorboards to hide stuff in.
Not us. We're just here for family training.
It's like Cam's equivalent of like a cavity search. Make sure there's not anything in there.
Banishment. So he looks around. He stays out of that room. That you told him to stay out of. Looks around and he's kind of like talking quietly with his guards. You can do a perception check. Anyone around? They're downstairs at the moment, so it could be you.
Either of these guys.
I'm pretty good at it.
I am.
Oh.
Not
21.
got that.
You had my guidance, so.
Oh,
So you can hear them talking, and you hear them say like, I don't know, like what should we do? Like they are pretty suspicious, but our job was to not let anybody off world. So he's like, we'll let them in, and if they try to leave, that's when really make a fuss about it. So he's like, very well, no problems here. I'm glad you guys are coming to Earth. Welcoming of all people and races. It's such a great place here. I hope you stay as long as you can.
Nice. I mean, good thing that we can get this handled quickly, because we're all eager to go down there and hang out with some people.
Sure. He exits your ship. As he crosses the threshold to his ship, he turns back into a high elf looking. The ships disperse back into their orbits, and you are granted passage onto the surface.
Kraken, I know you're made of metal, but your tongue is definitely silver. How you talk this?
Hey, now's no time for cracking jokes.
It was a
Finish
team
the
effort.
job.
It was.
My intercom just seems to be cutting out.
I'm gonna call down to you and be like,
I'm gonna get that fixed.
it was a team effort. Thanks for the roar. Really helped seal the deal.
Yeah, I knew you needed it, man. I give you a big smack on the ship.
Thanks. I felt that.
So, you guys proceed to Liga? Is that what I told you to? Liga. Yep. You fly down, and there's like, there's both land and water ports, but your ship is only made to land on solid ground. Can't land water. So pull up to one of the land landing spots, and you're met there by these three wizards who have been expecting your arrival. The reason they're here now is because they've divined your arrival. They knew this is when you'd show up and this is where you'd be.
They're draw user.
So you're approached, and this bald guy with some black facial, a small amount of black facial hair, approaches you and says, "Welcome to Earth. I'm Mordekainen. These are fellow members of our council. This is Rary, and this is Bigby, my apprentice. We've heard you have something for us.
I'm gonna say, yep, it's in the cargo deck here.
Go look."
Have we seen what it is?
No, not at all.
Right. I'm gonna say, like, we don't really know what it is, but we kept really good care of it, and hopefully it does well.
So you did your job well then.
I'm gonna give them a
So, when do we get our money?
Once we see the goods and make sure that nothing is damaged or
I'm gonna step in front of him and like look at it first myself. Like kind of make it seem like I want to like show it to him, like kind of like Vanna White it, you know, like oh, this is it.
Showcase it.
He'll-
Showcase it, yeah.
they'll allow it because you look pretty strong and they're not good at opening crates and stuff like that anyways.
Yeah,
So
so I just want to get in there first, just to see what it is. In
Yeah.
case I want it.
I mean, you look at it and it's these like bright white crystals that are shining
And
like
I definitely see
really
this.
really brightly. But you could do
Money for this, Lauren. You don't want it.
you could do an Arcana check. Not that you probably succeeded.
I mean, -1.
Go for it.
Try.
Are we neglecting
Your
the
guidance,
fact that
your
there's
guidance. So
a
D4.
beast in this cargo hold?
For they,
9? Oh wait,
Are
what's
we?
the guidance?
I'm the untamed beast.
What is the what's guidance again?
My 26.
D4.
I was not following you guys in there. I was staying up in the perch.
Monkeys
That-
like, I know that noise.
That's where I was gonna stay.
You're not sure what they are. You can tell that there's some sort of magic. Definitely some sort of magic items, but you have no idea what they could be used for.
I'm gonna ask him. Say, what are these shiny things? These are cool.
Ah, well, these are actually they're crystals of pure radiance. It's what some spelljammers use to travel through light speed, and yeah, we have heard some rumors though that they could be used as weapons. So we want to do our research on it. The reason you weren't allowed to see what was in it so that you wouldn't be tempted to take them.
Oh,
We
okay.
could have been very easily tempted. We are pirates.
I'm gonna offer to help them transport, like take it out of the
Hopefully for a tip, is what we
yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna help them take it out.
very well, very well. Bring it to. We'll lead you down to our labs.
Okay.
We'll figure it out from there.
And
So-
as I'm like, what kind of what kind of box or like container are these in?
Like a big crate.
Like a big crate? Like, would I have to open the crate? Is there like I don't know, like bars on the outside so you can see in it? Like, what kind of deal is it?
No, it's just like a wooden box that's nailed shut.
Okay. And how big are these spheres?
The crystals in
Yeah,
there.
the crystals.
Like a good that big maybe. Good like 5 or 6 inches.
Okay.
Maybe like 2 or 3 in diameter.
And how many are in there?
There's as many as it can hold
Oh,
with the volume. It's
okay.
packed right to the top.
Alright.
Right this way. As they start walking towards their lab with you and this big crate on your shoulder, following behind them. What are the rest of you guys doing while Lord does this?
Probably all gonna follow her.
Follow, make sure you get paid.
I'm gonna stay behind in the ship and try to fix that hyperdrive
Hmm?
that's still damaged. I assume if you need me, You must have some sort of connection with the
Yeah.
ship.
Can I intercom when I'm not on the ship? Or is there a range for that? Or...
No, you have to be on the ship.
I've messaged, but
Probably, you have to be plugged into your your helm to do.
we need a way to communicate. Does anyone have a way to communicate to Kyle? If we
Should have had a Thrycreen.
what?
They Thrycreens, the bug people can telepathically. Well, I guess I could try to fix it on the way back.
I can stay back with you, Ajax.
Oh.
As long as you can make sure that, as long as you can keep that untamed beast away from me.
That's just jelly. Don't be mean to jelly.
It's never just jelly.
Maybe I could train you to start looking at things better. No?
I've tried.
Alright, will you go get our payment with Misty
And you
Me
two are
and
gonna
Stern and I will stay
stay
in the
back
ship.
Alright, sounds good.
and jelly. Don't forget jelly.
Yeah, because
You-
I'm
We,
just
we don't pay jelly.
yeah.
Jelly doesn't have pockets.
Good point.
Yeah.
You feed him with the garbage that lies around your ship.
That's good enough payment for him.
I'm gonna bring you down the ship just to show you the ropes, just in case, because you can't see or shit. Like, you know, like in worst case scenario.
If it's close up, we're okay.
Just farsighted.
So,
Still go with the short bow.
you three staying behind, and then Camden and Lauren going ahead. They lead you to this laboratory area as Rary opens the crate, takes one of the crystals, and sort of like puts it in this like device that looks sort of like a microscope. They look down to microscopic levels and stuff. He says, yeah, these are the crystals that we've been looking for. Or kind of says, I had no doubt. These look like capable adventurers who, and smart ones who wouldn't think about defying our council. So, Mordecai looks at you and says, in terms of payment, we've come to an
Big
agreement.
bucks.
Big bucks. That's
We-
what I
we-
wrote down for every-
We've come to an agreement with your captain, the captain of the Rock of
Yeah.
Brawl, and we've settled it so that the money will be sent straight to the Rock of Brawl. So you will need to go there to collect your portion of it.
Alright, can we have any confirmation that this money has been sent? Just so that there's no
I want
Uh,
some of
answer
these
but.
crystals.
Could I go back to the ship and communicate with the captain of the Rock of Brawl?
Rary looks at Mordecai and says, "We don't need to prove anything to these people."
Interested in how they sent money to us.
Do they send it on a different ship? Could we follow that ship and
Sound like
hijack it and
They
take it
sent
off
like an
ourselves?
e-transfer? To
Yeah.
the-
No. It's teleported into the treasury at the Rock of Brawl.
I want some crystals.
But Bigby sort of like starts waving his hands around, and he takes out this orb, and says, "Ponder the orb if you dare." He says,
Ponder.
He says, "This will show you exactly what you want to know."
Alright, sounds good.
So you look into it, and you see your pirate captain waiting there in the treasury, checking his watch, as he's just sitting down. And then you see Mordecai and cast a spell just behind where Bigby handed you the orb. And at that moment, you see a big, huge pile of gold appear in front of the ship captain, and he's like, "Oh, all right," as he walks away and goes about his business.
Alright.
Bigby says, "I hope that's satisfactory. I promise you, we would do nothing out of the sorts with you. Like, we're doing proper business here. I hope you can trust."
Yep. It's good to gain that trust with you now. Hope to any of our future endeavors are laced with gold.
Mordekainen kind of says, your trip here, anything out of the ordinary? Just anything.
Pretty standard.
We were in the gray sea and saw some exploded ships, but not too much out of that. If you could help us with our departure, the guards that are guarding the Earth Zero or whatever it's called, they said that we're gonna have trouble leaving this Earth. So if you have anything to help us with that, then that would be great. But we could also pay for that if you need accommodation.
Guards. So, what you speak of? We don't have a galactic federation to like as police in our gray space. What they look like?
Aren't they? Can we not see them in the sky or
No,
in
no,
the
it's
Earth?
way
No?
too.
Oh.
You can't see satellites orbiting the Earth. Can
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
There was those filthy drow.
That's
Yeah,
actually
masks.
people actually think that satellites don't exist because you can't see them orbiting Earth. It's maybe. Me and Lauren actually saw one though.
The
Yeah,
the
we saw
Starlink.
Star-
We saw Starlink. We
Yeah.
thought it was UFOs for a second.
Yeah, it was trippy.
But yeah, what do they look like?
I'm gonna say, well, they were high elves at first, and then when they came onto our ship, they somehow transformed into dark elves.
Kind
I think there's just bad lighting where they first were.
of strokes his little goatee. Says Drow. We've lived on our moon for many years. I don't know what it could be doing. Could we possibly rely on you to clear us of this threat? I mean, Orth isn't a spell jamming haven. We have very few spell jammers that are used in times of need. So in a situation like this, I fear that they have a plot that in most cases should be dealt with. In all cases, when a drow is plotting, never gets that.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, but I hope you understand that we're pirates and we don't do nothing for free.
I want crystals.
We're smugglers, not pirates.
Smugglers.
I want
And we don't do anything for free.
5 of them.
Prairie looks at Mordecai and he says, "Enough of this. Like, we can deal with this ourselves. This is of no substance to these people. Like, I don't know why we're still talking to them. Our deal is done. We've got what we wanted. Get them out of here."
I'm going for the chest to grab 5 crystals.
Okay. I'll steal 3.
Let's not get a little too hasty here.
Our little
On our
hungry
road.
hippo.
He's
What
not
do you
even trying to steal any of these.
Yeah, but that's radiant. I could like put that in my laser or something. That could do some serious damage.
Roll initiative.
Way to go. Way to go.
Hungry hippo.
Misty getting hasty. Oh.
That wasn't us. We're not there, buddy.
Oh,
Me and you are in the
What happened?
right. You're rolling
Initiative.
You too.
18.
Rary is definitely not happy. But,
Me and Sterno have this deep philosophical conversation. Now Sterno, I noticed, but I can't pronounce your whole name. You just put it's 2 half names put together. I can call you Na or Sterno. That's what we'll spend the next 8 hours talking about. Or I call you Monkey Man.
What about Oster?
Oster.
Oster, the middle
Pretty powerful
part.
guys here. Like, we're
No, Monkey
putting money
Man.
on them.
Nah,
I
Yeah.
feel like
No.
I wouldn't want to be called Tiger Boy. So.
nah. You heard the way that guy was
Yeah,
Sterno
talking.
was
Monkey
right. Last
Man.
name?
Monkey Man,
He's like,
not boy.
So what'd you get, Lauren?
Like
18.
Sterno
18.
would be like your
are you going? You can? Are you doing it?
yeah, I'll enter initiative anyways.
that you rolled it?
Yeah,
Way better.
14.
And I'll think of pizza. every
I
time
actually
say
made
the
it
name.
synonymously with
Actually, if
character.
I'm
Did
gonna
you, like, jumble
dimension door
what
me
is
and
that?
Lauren out of here
As
as soon
Soon as you
I
can.
into words.
But like, do I have to wait for my
Still have to
initiative?
wait.
Yep. All right.
Easily one of the worst names I've ever seen.
Yeah, but
There he goes.
Good luck. Also, these guys are wizards that spells named after them.
So you see
Big Boo's hand. I heard.
yeah,
You see,
their spell books are their diaries. You're done for.
see Rary preparing a spell. Like he's kind of waving his hands around, grabbing components from his pockets, but he goes very last. It's actually Big B that goes first.
Give me a heads up. This wizard's gonna cast a spell.
He's going to cast his hand, Big B's hand,
Cast it off.
at Rary. It goes to grab him. As he says, "This is too far, Rary. Like we can deal with this civilized people." As he Yep. So you see Rary get grasped by this big hand that's mimicking the motion of Big B's hand. So that is gonna be it for his turn. Your turn, Lauren. You're going for the
Yeah,
crystals.
I'm gonna say, yo, like, can I just have these crystals? Like, I won't take 5. Like, I'll only take 3. Like, you guys have a whole basket of them. Like, how would you feel if I was like trotting around? Like, you told me to report any mysterious stuff, and this seems kind of mysterious. Like, who else knows you have these? Who do you not want to, like, who do you not want to know that you have these? Like, if you don't want people knowing, if you don't want all this stuff, like, can I just have 3 crystals just to, like, live my best
He's
life?
blackmailing
You
the
guys
wizards
live
now.
your best life, you know?
Throw
Well-
the shot.
Mordekainen looks at you and he says, "I understand the impulse, but the fate, it's not over exaggerating to say the fate of the universe hinges on our research here. We can't spare even a penny."
Okay.
Uh,
At that, I won't fight anybody.
Camden.
So Lauren doesn't take a crystal.
No.
No. All right. So
Like,
I'm gonna.
Just before you go, you guys see, like, you can't see the ships when they're orbiting, but you guys see a ship entering the atmosphere. Not sure from this distance what kind of ship it is. The ship.
I was gonna ask you if you've seen it.
Oh
That didn't seem very convincing.
You want me to
Yes, you
give
saw
you a
it.
perception check just to prove it to you?
That's when I was. Did you see that?
Two.
You don't see it. You're like, huh?
Do I
You're
do I
not the
see
sky.
what?
I put my head down.
Yeah. Back to what are you doing, Cam?
I'm gonna talk to
don't put- why you
Mordecai
putting your
because
head
he's
up?
like the lead guy here. I'm assuming. I'm gonna be like, I'm so sorry for this inconvenience. Like, she's like, we're just trying to get a dime out of everything, and she just overstepped a little bit here. We'll get out of your hair. Sorry to inconvenience you here.
I understand. As Rary starts to shout, he says, "This is nonsense. We are above these creatures. Our knowledge sets us higher on the evolutionary scale. If you don't see this, then perhaps another will." As he casts, uh, okay, so he casts a. I'm just gonna do it the way I want. So he casts a misty step, and goes and gets right next to the crate full of these gems, and then goes to cast teleport, which is attempted to counterspell by Mordekainen, right back at him by Rary.
I'm gonna counterspell him.
You can try. It's at 7th level.
So if I upcast it, it's not gonna help me with my roll. No.
No.
What do I have to get?
17.
And what do I add to this?
Charisma.
Charisma.
Just
Charisma.
Oh, yeah.
Big boy.
It's 24.
That's my shit.
Ooh, that's my shit.
Oh, what's this?
What's this?
So it's successfully counterspelled. As Bigby goes to grab him again
With his hand.
with his hand, and successfully does. I'll just really good at it.
He knows it like
Kind
the
of a
back of
big
his
deal.
hand.
Is there anything else you two would like to do? It's both of your turns back to back.
I'm just
Or
gonna talk
first.
more kinds more, I guess, and be like, is there anything that you need help with here?
No,
Like,
go take care of the drow. We'll handle this.
we didn't really settle on a
How many
payment
crystals
here.
did
Like,
hate to bring this up.
like, this is a really bad time of year, but
This looks like it could be that type of what?
I'll just trust that we'll get
In the
some
mail.
compensation for this, and I'll leave.
I'm gonna stare
Boy.
Compensation for trying to steal from
through
us.
my
No,
liquor.
for killing
And then
the drow
walk
for
out.
him.
Oh, okay. Like, I know we tried to steal from you and we're talking about a little bit of compensation for our time in trouble.
At least for trying.
So you head back to the ship then?
Yeah.
Jim? What about Lauren?
Yeah. I'm gonna maybe throw a bottle at that guy. And then just walk out.
Making enemies?
Yep.
Um,
Nah, I finished the bottle.
So
That's
you
probably
guys-
fine.
you guys get out of there.
No con.
As you guys are leaving, you can see, as you look behind you, like, chaos of magic, like different spells going off. At the moment, they seem to be lower level, as, it may be assumed that they're trying to weaken each other, but still trying to talk it out at this moment. Like, no huge spells being unleashed just yet.
As long as we don't see meteor swarm come down, then we're like, should be in good shape.
Yeah.
So we're walking back to the ship. Do we see the ship that just entered the atmosphere?
Yeah, as you start walking, you can see it as soon as you, like, take your focus off of this. And, it's getting quite a bit closer.
I've been
Is it-
playing I Spy with Levon's character. Just,
How far
Help me with
away
his
is it?
perception.
just to try to train him up.
It's a good, like, 50 miles. No,
Would
no.
I-
A good, like, maybe 6 miles.
Would I recognize it as one of the ships that was guarding the Earth?
Check. It's still far away, so, like, hard to tell.
For your storm giants, you'll be able to crush that. Only 5 miles away.
17.
17, yeah, it's definitely one of the ships who were orbiting the
Alright.
planet.
I'm gonna hustle, dash, and just get back to the ship as fast as possible.
Goes fast.
And start yelling to my crew and like tell them to like get everything ready to go for takeoff, and we're entering battle.
So as you get to the ship, Kyle and Levon and Jelly are all waiting there for you.
Thinking Jelly's
Get
due
Jelly.
for promotion to Crow's Nest.
Yeah.
If it just didn't take him so damn long to get back down. But this guy, we've been playing I Spy for the last hour, and he's never seen the thing once.
At this
It's getting closer.
At this point, the ship is closing in, entering close to where you would be within range of their weapons.
I'm gonna hold up my weapon.
Uh, so let's do initiative.
Do we do one for the ship? Or what?
Just your ship initiative.
Yeah, that's
Ship
way
initiative.
better.
Yeah. 17, because you said I add my charisma modifier. 17.
Find some dice that roll good.
Stand up for a little bit longer.
What'd you guys get?
Just Cam to get a 17. Is that what it was? 17?
17, yeah. Okay, come on. Oh man, your wing break, Ethan?
Yeah, the wing broke off.
Oh man.
Should be able to crazy glow it pretty easy.
That says
It was
out
the
by
big ship that was
10:30.
coming down?
That says out by 10:30.
What's out by 10:30?
Oh. I'm out. I'll leave on. It's 10.
Thank you.
It's the info. The update.
I was gonna get out my sundial, but I don't even know
Did
where the
Dad
sun
put
is.
the request out to be unbanned?
I don't know.
Rex Specs, would you like to be unbanned?
He's going to bed. It's bedtime.
Oh yeah, he's going.
He's tuckered out from play.
Now unban him. He can't watch.
He needs to sleep it off.
Yeah.
He needs to learn his lesson. He can't just come in here talking his shit.
Yeah.
Promoting this review.
Yeah. Piggybacking.
Yeah.
Needs to
We're
learn.
getting attacked by a town and a village right now.
And just a big box.
Dad just keeps saying hat backwards, hat backwards. That's
Yeah,
just...
good for him.
How did he? Oh.
Yeah, did he
He's
get back in?
texting me. No, he's texting me.
How does he know though? If he's not in chat.
He can, yeah,
he's
he
watched-
can
he can
watch.
watch.
He just can't
Type in chat.
type in the chat.
All right, tell him if he's on. He's good behavior. I'll tell him.
Yeah. Send that unban request and apologize.
Yeah.
And Kyle will turn his hat around.
Turn his hat right around, Mister.
All right. Spoiler alert.
Whoa.
It's Jarlaxle, baby.
Who would have never known?
Boom. Go. They're gonna take some pot shots at your Spelljammer. Make sure you're not going anywhere. 2. A 18.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, oh
Give him
no.
our initiatives.
No, we don't
So
roll.
you guys see these big ballista bolts flying past your ship, but none of them connect.
I know too many maneuvers.
This time you're going to use them.
Your guys' turn.
Alright, cannons. Get her going. We're probably not gonna kill the ship. It's just, are there any other ships following it? Like,
Just the
no.
one.
I'd say we board it and kill everyone on it. It's easier than trying to kill
There's
the whole
one or
ship.
two.
Honestly, what?
How many are on there?
Get close
Probably
to
a
it and I'll
ton. 'cause
jump
it's
over.
huge. We got
Get
it.
close and I'll jump over.
Yeah, I'm gonna like bring the ship right up close next to it, and then
Actually,
use
I
my-
won't even jump over. I'll just spray people.
use my action to undo myself from the ship. Is that a good play? Like, group vote here? to attack everyone on the ship and not attack the ship, because like super huge. I figured like it's gonna take a lot of work to kill the whole ship. Felt easier to kill people.
I'm gonna say it doesn't actually look that. I'm looking at it backwards through the compass, through the telescope. And it's,
Holy snap! Well, you can't see anything. Your compass up here, north, guy. North, might be south.
I'm looking at it through the telescope the other way, and it actually looks really small. So I think we can take it on.
We could crush just like an ant.
What do you do, guys?
Oh, Camden uses action to unattune.
Yeah, I'm gonna move.
Whoa. Cam's going to take out that ship.
Move our ship close to it.
Board them.
Board.
Right.
See who falls for this one.
I'm gonna use my action to unattune from the ship and get out to the deck, I guess.
To
get ready for boarding.
I say we
Do you have
do.
Quicken?
Yes, I do.
I like that's pretty good.
I can't use it now though because I used my action to. Alright, yeah, I can use it. Yeah, never mind. I'll do that then. I'm gonna quicken. Let's go.
You don't play sorcerers much is the only
No.
reason I brought it up. Like I usually won't tell you play your character the way you want to play your character.
What do you do?
I'm gonna chuck a fireball out there on
On the helm?
biggest populated area of the ship, I guess. Wherever I see the most people.
It will be the
Women,
bow then, but
children.
they're more or less grunt.
Doesn't matter.
Grunt workers?
Kill
Like,
the grunt worker.
they're just workers, they're not
They're drow.
attackers?
They're
drow.
grunt.
Oh, wherever the most populated people who have weapons ready.
Yeah, it's them. They have weapons ready.
Oh.
Who does it? You're on a Spelljammer ship and you don't have a weapon
There's
ready?
a whole
Well,
army of monks
I don't
just
know.
on standby.
We'll never be able to kill him. You can't shoot unarmored people.
Specified fireballs.
What are the groups here of, like, different rates?
They're all drow.
Yeah, but, like, different... Or they're, like,
Or they're all
order?
technically high
Different
elves.
shades of drow.
I'll just chuck fireball in the middle of it
Darkest
all.
with the most weapons.
Ooh.
Let's just quicken... Great.
Can I hit the ship with my spirit guardians when it's active?
When you're this close, yeah, for sure.
When that says it halves its speed, would it half? Or like speed reduction things? Would they?
Who knows off the
I'd
top of
say-
their head
I'd say
how much
probably
the fireball is?
Okay.
How much damage?
66.
68.
Hmm?
Oh.
8d6 if we're talking fireball.
8d6?
Not, I didn't hear what you're talking about, but you said 66. So I said, well, no,
30.
you're wrong. So. But I figured you were
Go
close.
look in the corner again.
You can't find a corner. The compass won't show
I
you.
thought you was down spelling it.
Downspelling it. Yeah. Camden wanted to upcast a cantrip once. I told you no, but in hindsight, I should have let you.
You're fireballing?
Message.
Fireball, yeah.
Like, it was a reasonable
Dex save, yeah.
request.
16
Right?
is
Like,
DC.
if you had your only source of fire damage is firebolt, and you
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
to spend like a second level to get a couple more d10s, like I did laugh at him pretty hard when he suggested it.
It's like, wait a
The
minute.
5 modifier is 16 DC,
Hey.
right? Because it's 8 plus 3
But
plus 5.
But he wasn't think that.
They all
Cam
passed.
Innocence, he just
They
thought.
all pass? Then they all
Let's
take
do it.
15 damage.
That
he
No,
did play
so
a fire
a group
spec
of 6
wizard going
grunt
into
workers.
Hell. I remember that was
I was
the
like,
greatest thing ever.
he had a really cool character. I was like, this cleric wizard thing, I think it would work pretty good. And then it's like, but you're fighting fiends. Like, oh yeah.
I think that was my first time building a character, I think.
That's it for Camden. So we got whoever else, I guess.
Cam's like, I want
I like
to
going
fire with
last,
fire. Yeah.
I'll go.
So, did you position us above the ship, or are we just like side by side?
We're
We're
on
just
docking
walking over.
level.
Yeah. So how high is the crow's nest?
20 feet up.
20 feet.
You can glide like a
So
monkey.
I can glide 100 feet inward towards the ship.
Yeah, you can
Probably
get
get anywhere you
anywhere
want.
on that.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is not that.
Of course.
Why would I have that?
So it's been a few years
Kill the
that
captain.
I've
Kill Jarlath.
had this gun. Have I yet been able to figure it out?
No, still not.
Can't find it.
Wow, no time like
I mean,
the present.
She's the gun expert, right?
I'm like,
Yep.
this is a great time to see
Whip
how
it
this
out.
works.
Have a misfire.
Now we'll
Hasn't fired.
go to the gun range later.
Been empty.
I'll haul out the short bow and. So, are there any major characters out here, or just
On the other ship?
yeah?
The guy who boarded your ship up in orbit, he's here. The guy with the nice hat.
Stupid.
There are one person who's not him is running the helm at the moment. Although no, yeah. So you would assume he's a spellcaster because you need to be a spellcaster to operate the helm of a spelljammer. There's also another guy who looks just like him standing right beside him, and there are 5 guys who look like they're like seasoned veterans.
Can
Okay.
I
So
intercom with Leon and tell him to tell the crew to surrender now or we'll release the beast.
You don't have intercoms because you're not connected to your helm.
Oh yes.
But he's standing right close to you.
Leon?
Like, I mean, he's up in the crow's nest.
I'll yell that to Leon then.
I'm gonna be like, shit, I forgot about that. Like,
You're still scared of the beast.
I'm like, why'd you have to bring that up? Like, I just built up the courage for this fight, and you tell me that there's a beast 50 feet below me. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna look at the feather-capped man. I'm gonna say, if you keep trying to pull this shit, we're gonna release the beast on you.
Yeah, a deception or persuasion. I
Oh
guess.
wait. Leon thinks that the beast is real though. So
So it can be persuasion.
Alright.
I'm fully prepared to release this beast. There's no persuasion necessary. I want this off my ship.
Maybe intimidation then.
Intimidation,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we can stick with truth. That one.
Oh my god.
You're still shook from that beast.
This flamboyantly dressed man shouts, you didn't even fool me the first time with that.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Yeah, I kind of want to short bow this liar. This piece of
for it.
garbage.
You just gotta kill him.
Go for
whoever it is.
Yeah.
Once he dies, they'll believe in the beast.
Yeah.
One naysayer.
All right.
I was the beast the whole time.
I'm gonna aim.
The beast was in me.
Would be the quickest that Jarlath will have ever
19.
has ever died ever.
Fingers
What are you
crossed.
talking about?
Fingers crossed.
What are you talking about?
19 to hit.
Misses. Yeah. What'd you say just earlier, Captain? Not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close. That's Levon, so who's next?
Me.
Did you aim on that, Levon?
I did.
Wow, rub it in.
Hopefully,
You.
I calculated my attack bonus right.
3 plus your dex.
I'm gonna rage and unload on this guy.
First, like, spray?
Yeah.
Or, yeah?
Yeah.
On, like, are you gonna jump on the other ship? You could get more people if you...
Yeah, I'll
Bored.
jump on the other ship.
Steal a couple of your 8s. These are ones roll really good, don't they?
Yeah.
You aim your weapon down as these guys are all staring down your barrel.
Yeah, and actually, it's a
The deck save. Disadvantage. So the crew is 1.
Fail. Elite is 1.
Did you download it or
No, it's my phone.
17. Passes.
Yep.
The mages.
Oh, one.
You could get away with using a whip.
12. And Jarlaxle.
I like the idea of having a whip as a flying monkey.
Yeah,
Flying
what do
over
you get
someone,
when
you
you
whip them in the eyeball.
17 passes.
Just go.
It's 25
I need like multi
damage.
attack, so I just go to everyone.
25?
Yep.
So we had. Should be able to use your tail like a whip. Lower his defense.
Man, I should have took more second level spell slots or second level spells if I knew you were using spell slots. But hey, we can
But hey,
find some traps and heat some metal.
keep metal together.
Yeah. Help with the ship repair.
That's one of my free spells.
Yeah, those are my 2 free spells. I didn't take any
There you
second
go.
level spells.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Dealing damage to these. You took out all of the. Yeah. All the ship bags you are dealt with. Horn comes on and sprays them all to death.
Now it's just Jarlaxle left?
No.
Crew.
There's still 5
Set like a-
5 veterans and 2 mages.
5 red earrings.
Are they all in the top spot near Jarlaxle?
2 of the veterans, the 2 mages, and Jarlaxle are up there.
So I could get those 5 with the 20-foot radius thing. So I'm gonna do a wall of fire and make it the dome up there. Try to get them. I want to make sure that I can at least get as many within 10 feet of it. Because if they're within 10 feet of it, they take the 5d8 now. And then if they move through it, they start their turn or move through it, they take it again. So my main goal is to get Jarlaxle with it.
Yeah,
And as many other people.
I'll give you Jarlaxle, one of the mages, and then one of the elite warriors as well.
So it's a dex 14.
Jarlaxle passes already.
Camden, your
Yep.
dice let me down.
14.
I rolled horrible.
How's it? 14 pass.
14. 14 is the DC. Yep.
So they all pass.
So you would take half of 17.
Jarlaxle is unsinged. Not that you guys can see.
Well, they're still in this wall of fire. And can I cast a spiritual weapon
Sorry.
next to Jarlaxle?
How much damage was it again?
It'll be 8. They passed. And I'll cast a spiritual weapon at 3rd level. Next to whoever's in the helm. If that's doable.
Yep.
Phew. I guarantee miss. 4, 7, 10. Get down so I don't have to keep. That's it for me.
Off in that little corner closest to me there. Those are the wizards that you left behind. They're not actually that close, but faces are different in like ship combat anyway. So it's about you see what do you see? See, Rary up here on board this Spelljammer that you're sieging at the moment,
Oh, good, he's here to
Uh,
help. One of our allies.
with a crate full of stuff. What? So he's here, and he goes directly into the bow, assuming that these guys can handle some shitbags like you.
Wow. I'm gonna assume he's there to sabotage the ship.
So Axel's team. Who's on board? Lauren?
Yeah, sure.
Cleveland, do you want to be a T-Rex? And probably more if you and Lauren into a T-Rex.
Is that
Two
Then
elites come
you
right
go?
up to you because they're on the bow near where you are.
And,
There's three of them actually.
Bite, tail, claw.
and when he dies,
Multi-attack?
he converts into his normal form.
You guys gonna try and jab
So
you with
basically
two short
convert it
swords?
once until your T-Rex dies. You're good. Basically, you can't die.
15, 19, Lauren? 15, does that
I
hit your
would like
AC?
it.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna
Yep.
text you and Lauren the stat
Two
box.
hits.
So you can go right after the wizard. Haul him down.
Those wizards?
Do you have resistance to poison or anything, Lauren?
I don't think so.
Warren sent it to me.
How many points do they have?
Oh, are you did you rage on your first turn?
Yeah.
9 for 4 piercing, and then
Level 3 warlock.
11 poison. So 15 damage total.
15.
And that was the first attack. Attack also had hit. Another 4 piercing, that's already halved. And 9 poison. 13.
I'm cleric in class only, not description.
Uh,
Like,
there's
better
still
be a cleric
heal.
around.
there's still 2 more of these guys. 2 more hits.
Just letting you know.
There's gonna be lots of pencils on the couch later.
Keep taking a pencil out there to give to Lauren every 5 minutes.
That was full. Round game go.
They're all on the couch.
Total of 12 damage from this attack.
Whoa.
You been halving it?
Yep, I haven't had.
Ooh. Doesn't Lauren get to half it?
That's
I just got that.
that's 11 more. 'Cause there's still 1 more to go.
I'm still Gucci.
She'll still be able to stay in her rage when she's T-Rex.
2 more hits.
Do a reckless attack. She
You're
would stay in
counting how
rage.
much damage you're taking?
Yeah.
Easier to
Damage.
count than mine is. I get you.
16.
And times, divide, add, minus.
What's the shit? Just you.
Oh, yeah, that just knocked me. Just knocked me.
Did you go yet?
I haven't got the second turn.
Oh, we're not even. Yeah, it's not even our turn.
Whereas you guys
I did 8 damage to some people.
I'm calling that a success, though. I killed 8 people, 6 people.
8 people's like your lucky kill number.
Yeah.
Let's kill that many people.
Lauren wakes up
Oh,
in the
yeah.
morning, she kills 8 people.
I'm just, yeah. That's just me. I waken them up. I piss excellence.
Talladega Nights. I'm the best, plain and simple.
Listen, this. I'm the best there is. When I wake up in the morning.
Sorry.
I
apologize.
piss excellence.
I apologize.
Okay, so you guys are spell cast on you.
Cam didn't want to let that happen.
Close enough.
What is this spell?
Count at it.
What?
Let's see if you're close enough first. Yeah, you can.
Just hypothetical.
So what is this spell?
Casting Everard's Black Tentacles.
Is that a spell that I should count? I don't know
No,
what
no.
it is.
Who's casting it?
The mage. The mages. Who's not attached to this the helm.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's super overpowered. Then sure, but if it's not, then
You can do an Arcana check to
okay.
know what this spell entails. Because it's not a sorcerer spell, so
What was it? Arcana?
Arcana.
-3.
18.
So it's an area of effect which he's gonna center on you guys. And it'll make difficult terrain and do damage to.
Yeah, I'll counter it. That's good.
That shit out
Stop
of
you
here.
The 4th level spell
Hey,
also.
it's better than hat on backwards.
You gotta roll.
For what?
Unless you upcast to 4th level.
I was done. To you.
Yeah, I'll do that actually. 'cause
Whoa, man, just throw it away your 4th level spell.
Well, I'm low on 3rd level spells. So.
Okay, they got me there.
Hey, use up these 4th level spells.
Wait, does twinning a spell take 2?
You gotta pay the slots, yeah.
Yeah, pay both slots? Okay, I'll roll then. What do I need to get?
14.
14.
10 plus the level.
There's no way he doesn't make this.
He's no way
Shut
making
your
it.
lips, leave on.
You don't have a reroll or set it to 10 or something?
Cam,
No,
you rolled
no,
a 10 on the
I
second
no,
try.
I can make a disadvantage at neutral or make an advantage at neutral.
Well, Levon put disadvantage on you by saying that, so.
Missed opportunity. I guess.
Worst case scenario, you only lost the spell slot. So you got nothing in it.
You guys are surrounded by difficult terrain.
And that's all for now.
Get some of that.
This is just,
That guy wasn't one of the dudes in the fire, was he?
is it just
No.
is the difficult terrain on the ground, or is it like if I climb up in the crow's nest, am I good to go?
It's a 20-foot radius. Oh no. It's 20 feet. The crow's nest is 20 feet up.
It's funny that actually was a legitimate question.
Yeah. You mentioned the fire.
If I go
Two of these guys are gonna exit the fire.
They want to take some damage.
They'd like to. I gotta do it. I get to do a deck save.
Yeah, I'm banishing your horse shit here.
Pass one.
It's 17 again. Not like mine are rolling great either. Gotta blame it on something.
Me. I was hoping you did that again.
You son of a...
Right,
They all died from that damage? Are you sure?
Now Axel steps out of the fire.
He had to have died.
Axel steps out of
Is
the
this-
fire.
Is his feather gone?
Unscathed.
oh no.
Is it inflamed?
Not a piece of his clothing has been singed.
I'm killing
You haven't touched. He hasn't dropped a drop of blood yet.
Yeah, but he's a drow, so like, what about accessories?
It's all I'm trying to care about.
Clothing doesn't matter.
The
I'd consider the feather an accessory.
handkerchief in his
It's
pocket?
clothing.
The never-ending handkerchief in
Uh,
his pocket.
So Jarl Axel steps out.
Get carried away.
I want to go slap him in the face.
We need more cameras. We need a camera focusing to see so they can see the dice roll.
I wish more people
So
could see
some
that.
more
You have like
fans.
one spot for everybody to roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, we only have like
Yes.
3 viewers
Anything
right now.
central in this area we could all reach.
Want to go turn on that thing?
The people
No, you are inconvenient.
Yeah.
It's hot. I need to get up.
We're like watching those like Acquisitions
Just plug it
Incorporated
in.
games. It's funny because like they've played D&D forever, but you can tell the people that aren't good at mental math. they roll, everyone sees it, and there's somebody else at the table that's like waiting for them to say the number. Oh, sorry, Ethan.
Jarlaxle says he looks back at the helmsman and says, yes.
It's awesome.
Jarlaxle looks at the helmsman and says, "Let's go. We've got what we came for."
I knew we scare him off.
And then he follows where Rary went down into the bow of the ship. And it's your guys' turn.
Hey,
So-
you want me to go to save Lauren?
Yeah. Yeah. So the helm is in the bow of the ship, or where are they going?
Like underneath.
Where's the helm for them to drive the ship? Is that underneath?
Back there where those people are.
Right.
Very back of it.
So, what made them go to the bottom of the ship or something?
Rory carried a crate with the crystals.
Oh, they got the crystals.
Wow. Spoiler alert.
You get paid for them. What's the matter?
Okay. Yeah. What do you think, Kyle?
You want me to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Or
go.
you'd
Can
heal
I
her,
get
and then I'd
to
polymorph her.
the Misty to touch her?
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm gonna cut you with some cure wounds for 9. I cast that at 2nd level, and then I'll use my bonus action to attack the guy in the helm again. In my fire. Oh, that's good. That's a 21.
Yep.
That is 7 damage. Force. Hurled your d8s away, but I might need them again.
Right. So you guys.
So I brought her alive. She doesn't have
Alright.
much hit points.
Question. Levon's still on our ship?
I think so.
right.
You're in the crow's nest,
Alright.
right?
Is it possible for him to fly onto the ship and then I use polymorph to polymorph him without using his action?
He flies onto the ship.
Is he like
Polymorph him. What are you gonna do once Camden polymorphs?
Yeah, mess up stuff.
try to like land on a wizard and then you become a T-Rex? That's
Yeah.
gotta be good.
Yeah.
Gliding over T-Rex.
Got him.
Got him.
So you're gonna hold your action to attack when Camden polymorphs you?
Yeah. But
It'd
My-
be Cam holding his action.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, that works.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
good.
And then
So
blast off
because
the
I need a
twinned
way
polymorph.
to get on my way there. I need to jump first.
Is
Yeah.
that reasonable?
Alright, cool. So you guys are both
T-Rexes.
T-Rexes now.
Or
Levon,
Trexes.
Levon, you can move your guy onto the ship. You're huge, by the way.
Really?
I'm
That
this one.
makes a difference.
Big one, yeah. Lauren,
Put him right up to you.
technically, I'm on the ship too. I'm right next to Lauren because I cure wounds her.
Now we
Go for it, Levon.
I'll say you land on one of the You can land on
One of the mages and kill it. He squishes under your foot.
Awesome.
There's still another mage on the helm, and two elite warriors up there, and there's 3 still surrounding Lauren. Now,
Kyle.
Yeah, go up to one of the ones by Kyle and Lauren.
Oh, so you're not gonna go up.
Oh, there's still one by me, a mage by me. Yes.
There's still a mage and 2 elite.
All right, I'll go after a mage.
Age it up.
He might have fell through my wall of fire.
Oh yeah, you have to do a deck save, Levon.
Don't worry, I won't tell you.
You could drop it just as he's getting there. No,
The best I've ever rolled.
we're having a doozy roast tonight,
Um,
boys.
14.
That makes it. So you take 15.
Evasion as a T-Rex.
Nope.
Does that
You
no?
don't get your class abilities.
Ah.
That's
Wait. Did he do it as I immediately approached them? Therefore, when I still was
He would have to
passing
see, he would
through-
have to see you. He'd have to see you to do the polymorph on you.
So before I went through.
Before you
Gotcha.
went
How much
through.
did I take?
15. You still pass it. So
15. So how much?
That's more than you've done so far.
I didn't roll a die under 6.
Ugh.
Yeah, I rolled 5 6s.
So,
A
well,
Doxy.
who are you attacking, Levon?
Mage.
I just realized.
So that means I also don't
I wanna
sneak
keep,
attack,
like,
correct?
one of these spell slots.
Correct!
Like, when I wake up, because I won't be changing those more than once, really. And then convert those. into,
12
sorcery.
to hit.
Yeah.
That misses.
You can use them
Okay.
to upcast.
That was my
First level
bite.
spells.
Yep.
I don't know what we have.
So now I'm
Learn
going to
protection
make
from good and evil and
Hail
you-
attack
can you-
against a
Yes.
different
can you
creature.
upcast those?
You don't want to upcast. it.
yes.
You can.
One of the
That's not worth it.
elites.
Yep.
is it? Yeah.
You get 6 points. That get you another
And
3rd level spell
22.
slot, and then 2 sorcery points left.
22
over.
hits.
all right.
Whatever level they are, you get that many points. But you can buy spell slots
Actually, barely hit.
for whatever level there's +1.
14
So you can
damage.
spend 5
Bludgeoning.
spell
Doesn't
slot-
matter.
spell 5 sorcery points to
Points.
buy a 4th level spell slot,
Cool.
and you can go over your max.
Yes, sir. That's awesome.
If you wanted to convert everything to, you could have like 20 first level spells.
That is all.
That's how the copy block breaks the game. The war
Lauren?
sorcerer, they get their spell slot
Alright, I'm
back on a
gonna
short
bite
rest.
some
And you
people.
take the thing that
Um,
makes it so you don't have
Because
to
there's
sleep
3
or eat
people around me, you
these
said?
invocations. So then you never need to
Bite
lock
Beep, beep.
someone.
Take infinite short rests. Eating those spell slots. You get sorcery points.
22?
Have
Boom.
infinite
That hits.
sorcery points.
Yeah.
Like
Buy
40,
infinite
12
spells.
plus 7.
Barely.
As a
How many
bonus action,
balls do you have?
you'll
Cam, can
never
you
run
open
into
your
that.
dice?
It takes.
How many
It
do
would
you need?
take
4. I
time.
just do it.
How many
It's
do
like an hour for a short rest. But you could do it 24 times a day.
16.
Piss away a week.
27 damage. Oh, 27 plus 7,
34.
so 34.
Nice, T-Rexin. T-Wrecked.
And then I'll use my tail as well.
So you need this.
Yeah, I did, but. Oh, that
Tail-
was
you have to
almost
tail
a-
on a
that was
different
crit
person.
If we counted that it's on top of my dice. Could also
Never.
be a 2, but.
Never.
Yeah, 23 hits.
23 points, yeah.
10, 16. 5, 32 damage.
Using thing going on here, but we got her. Who else? Was that it? All of you guys?
Wizard. There's the guy that was on the helm and one other wizard.
Yes.
And is any of the elite guards left?
Yes.
There hasn't been any of them killed yet. Right. So you guys see, from behind you, from that area that Mordekainen and Bigby were battling Rary, where you guys started that conflict. a big, ancient white dragon starts flying towards you with a wizard on his back.
So, this is separate from the. This ancient white dragon comes out of nowhere.
Comes from this direction where these guys are.
All right. So can I tell if it's a drow on the back of the dragon or if it's a no? All right.
It comes up.
This to help.
This come from Rory and Mordekainen's meeting place.
Yep. The white dragon comes up and exhales its cold breath along the side of the Spelljammer ship and does the amount that dragons do.
65.
Is it?
I don't
I'll
know.
do it. Right now? Is that good?
No, the red one probably does 90. I don't know what the white one does. It might be 78.
I'm gonna guess
We're gonna go 78.
66.
72.
Ooh,
What did you say? 76?
What'd you say?
that's 66.
Oh, 66. That's close to going over. Price is right. You win.
I won. Woo-hoo.
I hate Price is Right rules, but you have to play by them.
Yep.
Yeah, Price is Right.
Bob Barker.
And Catalina Wineworks.
I love that part.
It's Jarlaxle's team's turn.
So, but he's getting scared.
They're gonna go ahead and follow Jarlaxle's orders
And die.
and start flying away. Get out of here.
Take some fire damage?
Uh,
Oh, they're moving. Flying away in the ship.
yeah,
Sorry.
the ship is taking its distance.
Jelly!
You still have like twice as much speed as them.
I think we put Jelly in charge.
Unless you've taken any
Am I the only one on the ship?
I am.
Yeah, you are.
No, you're not. You're on our ship. Or their ship.
Don't worry, guys. This is the fastest ship in the galaxy.
Oh, he's the only one on ours.
Yeah.
But you've still got people on there, so I guess you'll take some swings at the
Our ship get an opportunity to?
Yeah. Our cannons automatically fire if something disengaged or not disengages, I guess I should say.
no.
Yeah.
So two drow elites are gonna come at the T-Rex.
One.
The one on the helm. One of them is a
Yep, really low AC. 12.
11.
13.
19 will hit though. Two more. Both hit. 3 damages.
Level 3 Hexblade Warlock. Level 3 Evocation
Do
Wizard.
you have resistance or anything to
and
poison
level 4
as a T-Rex?
fighter, Champion fighter.
Doesn't say.
Killed a
You take
young
12.
green dragon.
A young green.
The only thing I was running the dragon, the only thing I didn't do was I put like a
12 again.
thing where I wasn't gonna breathe until like he was almost dead.
13.
They crit
So
him,
12, 12,
killed
13.
needed to roll at least a 3 on the D12 on the crit. She got it right before the dragon was gonna go breathe and kill
Age is
2 of them.
dead, but we got 3 more elites. 2 of them will attack at the T-Rex.
I'm not very good at judging.
Which
like,
one?
They're like CR8s.
The possibility. Yeah.
They got 140 hit points.
Below there
18,
is
19,
a 15.
Yep.
That was my problem with campaigns that I played. I
Low,
was
so
like
two
so
more
worried
hits.
about making it too hard that I made it way too easy.
You almost can't make it too hard.
13,
That was
15, 12,
Smart, just steal the pencils before she can throw
17.
them out. Streets ahead.
17. Oh.
It's so not streets.
42 total damage.
in one of my campaigns. I made it.
Who's next? Oh, yep. One of them is gonna take 2 swings at Kyle.
Hey. The ones that were attacking Levon, are they close enough to take fire damage?
Sure.
At 9, 17, 21. They get to save though. You're gonna take that too though. 21. Finally got some damage off this spell that wasn't to you.
I have to deck save?
When it's your turn.
All right.
Yeah. And then you said they were attacking me.
Who's next? Oh yeah, 2 attacked you and they both miss. Assuming a 15 misses.
Get that shit out of here.
Heavy armor guy.
Beep.
Beep. Get that beep out of here.
You're lucky I've only said that once.
Yeah.
So like
So that's
trying to keep Corey
the
subscribed.
drow.
Yeah.
We got team.
Team, that's us. We're a team.
Yeah.
Team.
I'll go if no one else is. I'll spiritual weapon the wizard that's next to Mr. Sterno's pizza. That hits. High 20s. And then I did 13 damage. That'd be one of the guys that's been taking fire damage. Yay. So is there no other living wizard inside the fire?
No. There's 2 elites
In the fire?
in the fire.
I'll
And 3.
Around you.
I'll wall up one of the elites with my weapon that's around me. Might probably miss. That's only a 13.
Misses.
Or roll. That's it for me.
I'm gonna hop in the helm, take my action to take my place at the throne or whatever,
Right.
and fly over to the ship. And is there, like, since there's a bunch of people dead now, is there a place for me to land the ship on the ship?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Land the ship right on the ship then. And I'm not gonna get off the ship just in case something fuzzy happens.
I don't have enough actions to anyways, so.
Could you try to land on some of those
Either
drow
way.
elites?
I mean, something
Could I
drastic.
do that? Yeah.
Do what's your DC? We'll just make a deck
My
save.
What? What?
Spell
the-
save DC.
Oh, 16.
They evade their way out of the way.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna use my bonus action to convert my sorcery points into a spell slot.
Who's up next?
The
T-Rexes?
T-Rexes.
T-Rex bros.
It's time to take Jurassic measures.
You're right. Shut up.
What?
Ban him. Ban him from chat.
I don't know his name is, or I would.
Yeah, mage again.
He's dead.
No, it's not.
He's dead.
He's
Okay.
dead. Are the elites?
Elites are still well kicking.
Alright, I'll go for the more healthy one. I'll go to bite him.
You go for whichever one I find first.
23 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's starting to get a little bit.
14, 25, 32 damage.
Ooh, good job.
Kills that guy, bitch.
Okay, and we're gonna tail whip the other guy. 11.
Yeah.
Oops. Sorry, guys. T-Rex bro number 2.
Rex bro number 2. I'm gonna start eating people. Bite.
She eating. She eating.
17.
Cheating?
She eating. 17 misses.
Aw. His elites have high AC.
Ethan, just
I'll
for
tail
future reference,
somebody.
would 14 have hit?
No.
Okay, good.
17 just
Crit.
missed.
I was adding the wrong numbers.
I crit.
Would a 5 have hit?
16
Just-
plus
Just for
8,
curiosity sake.
24
I wasn't even,
plus
I was just very upset with myself that I was adding the wrong number.
37 damage.
If I
T-Rex
had
is
one
tear up.
roll to live or die, I'm getting Lauren to roll it. Every time.
So you got 2 more around you. Levon's got 1 around him.
It's under
The-
10, you live.
Under 10?
Yeah.
I'd get me or Kenny to roll it.
9.
unloads a few attacks on him.
That was a double 9. I rolled a 9 before that too, so that's like
But you need to roll high to live.
I was
That
not
crazy.
playing them odds.
I feel like we should show the stream.
If you get blasted by hypnotic pattern.
Yeah. Or a color spray or whatever.
Yeah,
That's
like
called.
Martin. And they'll just counter
Well, I help you guys.
it. Don't rule it out.
Actually, just gave
That's what
myself
they all
a spell slot for counter. So.
Right.
So this sword appears next to one of the elites that you guys are fighting on, like the front end of the ship.
Said Mordecai's name on it.
It's
4D damage? 3. 3D. Can't believe you didn't know that game.
I did.
I said 3 or 4 and you nodded the whole time.
3. Well, you said 3 first, and then you're like, or 4, and I'm like, I can't stop the
I
head
can't
nodding.
stop nodding. I'm pretty fine committed to agreeing.
Yep, that's it
Oh,
for
gross.
the wizards. And at this point, the ship starts to slowly descend as
The ship that we're on?
yeah, the person who was controlling it is now deceased.
Hopefully it doesn't crash land. Should I? Do we know? Would I know if it's gonna crash land?
It is picking up speed, but at this moment, it's slowly going down. But yeah, you would know it'll end up in a crash. How
Alright.
big depends on how far down, which isn't too far because you're just barely up.
If we destroy the helm, would there be no way to stop this ship from crashing? And you're right next to the helm.
Yep.
And we haven't gone this route, right?
Correct.
I say, executive decision, we blitz the helm and then get on our boat.
So I'm kamikaze.
You
can fly.
No. You're killing the helm so that no one can pilot it, and then you're hopping on to our ship.
The helm is a person.
Well,
So I can kamikaze as the T-Rex and then fly on the ship.
Sure, yeah, that can happen too.
I want to do as much damage to the helm and myself as possible.
Whoa.
First of all is Jarlaxle's team.
But
So
up
the
to and not surpassing
3.
The exact amount of damage that it killed me.
86 damage.
2 and not including.
2 attacks. One at the Lauren T-Rex, both big time hit.
Lauren, what's up, big time?
Not too much. Big time.
you're still T-Rex form.
14 and 17, so 31 damage. And
84 damage. 86 was a guess.
2 attacks at
84
Kyle.
damage.
17.
I have 130.
That's there's one up by Levon T-Rex. So 2 attacks, both hits.
Sure, but
Man, I like attack
How
T-Rexes.
many headphones did you put on?
85.
18 damage.
how hard would be a grapple check as a T-Rex?
18. It's your strength.
You might even have athletics.
Yeah,
Might
but
have
like-
athletics.
With your mouth.
Yeah. Can I bite them as well?
So you might have a bite grapple. Some animals do. I think a crocodile.
Yeah,
bite
you can
crabs
grapple. Yeah, biting if it's small or medium
and
creature.
you grapple it. Did you just read the stat block that? Reading the stat block explains
No,
the stat
Cam.
block.
If Cam knew how to screenshot stuff, it
What?
definitely doesn't say
do
that
you
there.
I would
does
bet
not.
you have the
Until-
whole picture.
until
If the
this
target is a
grapple-
medium or smaller creature,
Oh.
it is grappled.
Yep.
Escape DC 17 until the
That's
grapple
when you
ends.
should have said no.
The target is restrained, but the T-Rex can't
Never.
bite another target.
Maybe you can bite and rip the whole helmet out.
Grapple it.
I want to go stomp
Get
it.
out of here, Cheer. You ain't moving. Actually, restraining the helm would help because it'd give advantage on your attack. Crit machine.
What are you
know what
doing?
I mean?
What are you doing,
You're
Levi?
just gonna hold in place.
So
just
it's
a
our
shield.
turn now?
Yep.
Alright,
Land-based.
Yeah, I want to start stomping, biting, whale tipping,
we're
whale
going to
tipping.
destroy the helm.
tail whipping.
Destroy the helm. Yep. Attack it.
Roll, Levon. Roll your boat.
Do I get advantage because it's not moving? Roll. 13.
Oh, yeah, you hit.
Okay.
Does our helm have hit points?
It does. I don't have it down. Technically, your weapon, the place where you dock your weapon in, has hit points as well.
31 damage.
That was for Craig.
Phew,
Craig's not watching, but
phew.
33.
Craig loves it when people does that.
Oh.
No. Oh, he rolled 33, yeah.
No.
Craig's not
31.
20 to hit.
It's
rolled him a little higher.
24 damage.
Almost broke the side
the
of
helm is destroyed.
Broke the helm. Doesn't
Boom.
even matter about the side of the table.
Alright, I'm gonna use my action to sit back into my helm. And I'm gonna lift up the landing gear and everything, and then do a whole sweep by Kyle, pick him up, and get Lauren on. But can Lauren fit on as the T-Rex without
You
damaging her?
can't get both of the T-Rexes on, definitely.
Can I drop my concentration on one of them and not the other of them, or no?
No.
Alright.
Can I just, kill myself in a way
No.
that would draw me
Because
back?
you could overflow and it will go over into your.
He can drop concentration on any time. Doesn't even have to be his turn. If you're no longer willing, I think you get to repeat the save against being a T-Rex.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to be a T-Rex anymore.
You gotta drop concentration anyway.
I don't want to be
I'm
a
making
T-Rex.
nobody ever.
I'm making the executive decision.
I don't want to be a T-Rex, Dad. I want to be a dancer.
What kind of save is that?
Wisdom.
I'm
Aaron's
dropping the
just dropping his
anyway.
concentration. There's no save.
Oh, it's a good thing I'm bad at wisdom.
No longer a
I got a 1.
Congratulations, you're no longer a
It's
T-Rex.
probably worse than that because you had to use the T-Rex die.
Maybe you
Uh,
think you succeeded on that save. You're like,
No, I'm a monkey!
Um, so, is there anything anybody else wants to do before
say
we take off?
Retreat.
Yeah, we're all gonna get
Retreat.
on our ship again and probably scour the wreckage, make sure there's no one left alive, and take any treasures that we can get, other than the crystal, which belongs to the wizards, of course.
That's on the top deck. Because we don't want to go down. And then
You-
we have to fight
Land on the ground again. The ancient white dragon lands next to you, and reverts back into his original form, which is Big B.
Yes, sir.
And after Mordekainen steps off of his back, that'd be a little bit awkward. They say, well, good job. I'm sorry. Sorry that this happened. Honestly, when we hired you guys for this mission, we didn't think it would be such a danger. Although it wouldn't have we would have needed the job completed anyways. But for compensation as to the work that you've done, beyond that of your duties, we'll work something out with you. If you
Crystals.
They're not very good.
They have a bunch
go
more.
ahead go ahead and scour the wreckage. Let us know what you find, but you're welcome to keep anything. And we'll discuss your payment when you return. So they leave, and you guys spend some time scouring the wreckage. There's some gold and some treasure that I'll have ready for next time. You guys stock up your ship with all the stuff. Some things that are notably missing from the wreckage:
Crystals.
the crystals, Rary's corpse, and
Where's-
Jarlaxle's corpse.
What were the
Yes,
odds
sir.
of Jarlaxle's corpse not being?
But you brought down a big ship.
Is there a feather lying around anywhere?
Brought down a big ship, which honestly is pretty epic.
Yeah.
So I would
That's
I would
pretty-
pat myself
that's
on the back for that. Although if your plan was to hurt Jarlaxle, it did not go successfully. But
I kind of wanted to get at least a crystal for Lauren.
Yeah. I really wanted one to put in my gun.
I
Kind of
figured it
wanted
would
to shoot it as like a bullet and see what happened. Right?
probably like a big ass grenade.
Right?
Of like radiant ball.
We need more
Exactly.
crystals for our ship to make it go faster.
That too. I got a little piece of nautiloid that'll probably improve you somehow. Put that, hang that up real nice.
Lord, you're not doing anything. But yeah,
Can you make me super potato?
this has been. No, I can't. This has been Spelljammer 5e, the first of our mini series. So join us next time for more Spelljammer goodness. Go check out our YouTube page, which is linked in our about, and it's also been flying by in this PowerPoint presentation above my head. So if you haven't checked it out by now, you're missing out already. There's 2 videos already up there.
Two
This-
great videos.
2 great videos already up there, and this very stream will be edited and put on there for easier consumption. If maybe you missed some and you wanted to catch up, or maybe you had someone that you want to be like, oh, like this is a cool Spelljammer stream that you should watch, then they can go catch up there and then join us back here when we go next time. But it's been fun.
Don't
Mullen-
forget to like and subscribe.
Mullen Family Farm.
No,
Ban
Ban.
from the chat.
ban him. Ban him. He
Ban.
won't be back next week, guys. Don't worry.
Tune in though to find out
Yeah.
of the Rex Spec saga.
Will he come back?
Out of Twitch jail.
Yo. Deuces. We'll see you next time.
Love, homies.
Tabletop Troops.